Yeah, but even so, like we've had those moments, like we've done that. We've had like a one-on-one, and we've gone behind them, and the character's still looking the other way, just like
Good
a dumbass. And
catch.
it's just like I don't know. It's just one of those technical rules of D&D that I just fucking hate and doesn't make any sense. It's like what? It's like if I'm in a fist fight in my life and I'm fighting the dude and he gets behind me, I'm not just gonna stand there and be like, "Where did he go?"
I'm gonna wait 6 seconds, then turn around.
Yeah. Well, flanking makes sense as flanking makes sense as if it's like the character reacts to the first person going behind, and then a turn or so later in the rotation, someone then comes from behind, like that, because the person has turned from the north to face the person that's come behind them. And then if someone's come up behind that way, then that will classify as flanking.
Yeah,
Instead of
but
correct.
if you move around someone, say you're facing head face to face, and on your turn you stay in their melee range and get behind them, you don't get advantage or sneak attack or anything on that because the person is still well aware that you're there.
It's only if you're in combat with someone else.
Yeah,
Only
but like
only if someone else comes up and
but that's the problem though, where it's like if someone else comes, and say if it's turn by turn, so let's go against myself and Sam. If I get behind someone, that person's like looking directly ahead, and then Sam comes around the corner and then hits, and then next turn I have sneak attack or advantage, whatever. When realistically, it should be that Sam should have advantage because the character would have followed me. Of course, but the problem is that we have instances, which I've done it before and everyone does it, where the creature, I'll go behind a creature and the creature would still be looking forward. And then all of a sudden someone else comes around the corner, then I have advantage.
That comes down to the passive perception and whether you're stealthing up behind them. If you're not stealthing, how obvious are you being? If you've got a really low passive and you're walking up behind someone, you may have shit vision out of your peripheral and may not see someone coming up behind you.
No, it's not about walking behind you. It's about when you're physically in front of someone and you just go around them. And then that character's going to stand there and be like, "Where did he go?" Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, someone like Strahd obviously has like 15 reactions that they can fucking do. So, it comes down to what the creature is. So, because like it just makes more sense of like instead of like, oh no, they're going around behind me, I'm just gonna stand here and awkwardly take hits in the back.
All right, guys, girls, people, we are here with another episode for what would normally be Tomb Annihilation, but since usual DM, HB the Great, cannot make it here, we will be continuing on with our one-shot from last week's episode, which was called The Peak of Despair. We're now at part 2. Before we get into the nitty-gritties of that, we'll quickly run through a couple of our sponsors for the show, and we'll start with Marek or Jacob over in the corner there.
All right, so I highly recommend any old buddy DMs out there, go check out Sirenscape for all your atmosphere and music in-game. It's free to try. There's a few sample packs on there. You can bump up your subscription and get all their 400 packs for $8 a month. Go check them out, sirenscape.com.
Beautiful. Next one will be our other long-term sponsor of the show, and that would be Purder or Sam from the Dice Smith.
So the Dice Smith is your one-stop shop for all your tabletop RPG needs. Everything from acrylic dice to metal dice to dice towers and heaps of other DM and player accessories. So if you head over to thedicesmith.com, use the promo code Doggos at checkout and get yourself 20% off and free shipping Australia-wide.
That's a pretty good deal. And lastly, and most certainly not leastly, would be our other long-term sponsor of the campaign, or both campaigns, I should say. That would be miniaturehub.com.au. Now, the lovely people there are an Australian-based company out of Sydney, where the corona is not so hot. And they pretty much ship all across Australia. They do flat rate shipping, and they'll basically send you pretty much just about whatever you need for any of your tabletop games, be it Pathfinder, D&D, just about anything really, paints, miniatures, whatever. You can use the code Doggos as well, funnily enough. Get yourself 10% off your entire order. Like I said, they do flat rate shipping, so no matter how much you order, it's only $10. So make sure you hit up all of our sponsors, so miniaturehub.com.au, and make sure you tell them we sent you, and they'll definitely look after you. Okay, so enough from that. We can jump into tonight's episode. Now, last week, we had our 4 fantastic adventurers down here. Damaris, Marek, Perda, and Tribor. Now, these 4 were hot off an old adventure, just resting up at the bar, having a few drinks, when all of a sudden a golden note came and slapped them across the face. This note was inviting them up to a mansion. Now, the mansion was where they met a lovely lady by the name of... Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened there. That was met by a lovely lady by the name of Lady Septima Harpel. Now, basically, this lady has inquired about the 4 adventurers coming out and searching a large grey tower up in the mountains. Basically, she has inquired them to go up there and check it out for her. Now, as the party found out, the journey itself was quite interesting and treacherous as they were climbing up the mountains and up to this large iron tower. When they got to the tower, they did notice that it was very unusual. As they were walking up it, they noticed that it was very cold. There were broken bits with large, thin lines, and they're still not quite sure what they were. Once they got up about 100, 200 feet up the tower, they got to the large gaping hole. Looked like it's been torn apart. Inside that, they popped their heads in and they realized that the gravity wasn't what it seemed. It sort of like someone had flipped the switch. So as soon as they went in, they dropped upwards, which is unusual. And upon landing, they found themselves in a large garden-like area. Once in that area, they climbed down the observation deck they were in. They found a couple of weird things up there, some implements that they weren't too sure how they worked. As they've climbed down, they managed to find their way around this maze-like area and came across a large ent who was a bit odd but seemed to give them a little bit of information. Once there, they continued their journey and they came up to a mouth of a rock cavern and where they could hear funny sounds from there. Basically, as we came towards the end of that episode, out came what seemed to be 2 large lion-like creatures with wings and spiked tails. A manticore. And that was after the party had set off a couple of cheat rounds. Basically, we are now going to get straight into the guts of it and straight into initiative. So if I could get everyone to please roll initiative.
Some shit.
Good roll. Good start.
Oh, yeah, boy. Good rolls. Lucky I get advantage on all initiative rolls.
All right,
It helps,
so let's go. Damaris, what did you get, mate?
21.
21. Beautiful.
Big rolls.
Tribor, what did you get, mate?
14.
14. Not so big, but that's still admirable. Perda, what did you get?
16.
It's a little bit better. Marek?
14.
14. All right, lucky number of the night.
So
Okay.
shit except for Terry then.
Okay.
Dice with dice, man. Dice with dice.
That's it.
Get you the rolls.
All right, so we will go. Damaris, you get the first hit.
All right, so you've only got 1 manticore on there. Did the
Correct.
other one actually drop in? I can't remember if it actually dropped in before we...
You just heard a second growl.
Okay, so we haven't seen it yet.
Correct.
Alright, cool. Now, I did invoke my right damage when I brought out my crossbow bolt. So I'm actually going to take 2 more shots at this manticore that's in front of us.
Beautiful.
I will... what do I... 80 feet. Oh, that's plenty of room. I'm gonna shift 5, 10. You can sort of just nestle sort of under the leaves, the brush of the tree there,
Yep.
and I'm going to take a shot at the manticore with my
Okay.
crossbow.
Give us
And you notice that as I load this crossbow bolt, it is also on fire.
Ooh,
Damn.
lovely.
So
Fancy.
that is a 28 to hit.
That hits. That hits.
All right.
Perdo,
So
you are coming up next. Get ready.
the initial bolt does 6 damage, and then an extra 2 fire damage.
An extra 2 fire damage. All
And
right.
then I will reload and shoot again.
Mhm.
And that is a nat 1, so that will miss.
That is a miss. Give me.
You blew up.
All right, that's fine. As you go to shoot that second that second crossbow bolt, you notice that
Yep.
inside the chamber where you've loaded that crossbow bolt, it's jammed now. Okay.
Okay.
So what I will class that as, on your next turn, you will need to use a bonus action to unjam it, and it will mean that you can only fire it once instead of twice. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
you normally shoot it twice.
Yep.
So we'll class a
Yep.
bonus
I
action
need
to
to use
unjam.
one of my,
Correct, and then it will use up
and then
one of
that'll
your
take
attacks.
up one of my actions.
Correct.
Yeah. All right,
correct.
Cool, no problem.
All right, so
Too easy.
Perder, you are up now, and then we have
Um,
Tribor after you.
So I will take the glaive off my back.
Yes.
I will just yell at the top of my lungs at this manticore, and a bonus action I will rage.
Oof. excited.
Hey,
and-
buddy.
Hey you! And I will run my 35 feet up towards the manticore.
Yep.
Damn.
Come on, go up there. Why'd you not lock in? And with my 10-foot reach of my glaive, I'm going to take a swing at it.
Perfect. Let's go.
Sorry, with my glaive, my halberd.
Get him.
Yep.
Get him.
So that is a 28 to hit.
That's a hit. Damn, you guys.
And that is that's an 18 slashing damage.
18. All right. All
As I
right.
swing my halberd all the way around, just across its legs, because I'm short as fuck. So
Yep.
just across the legs. Just go for the kneecaps. And as I come past, I'm gonna like flurry it and bring it back the other way
Go for a second hit.
for my second attack.
Mhm.
And that is a 15 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is a hit.
Mhm.
Sweet. And that is a 10 slashing damage.
10 slashing. All right. As you go for that second hit, you do notice that he is starting to bleed quite a bit. He's not looking that crash hot.
Cool.
Okay, so now we have Tribor, you're up, and then Marek, you're after that.
Yep. I'm gonna step back a bit.
Yep.
Where my mouse is. I step back, and then I'm gonna fire my bow shots for a 28 to hit.
A 28.
Yep.
Okay, that is a hit. Now, as you go to step back, you do notice that. Let me just quickly go to here. You notice that behind you, you start to hear a rustling. All right. Now. Okay.
So I'm going to take a shot and take some damage, shoot it. So
Yep.
I'm going to hit it for 9, and then what I'm going to use, I'm going to use Colossus Slayer, which allows me to do 1d8 when a target has been damaged once per my turn.
Okay.
Which is going to be d8. Which is going to be an extra 8 damage onto that. So that's 27 damage, and then I'm going to attack again.
How did you want to do it?
Huh.
Gosh, that was quick.
Oh, simple. How many heads is there? Sorry.
This one's got one head, one giant large head
Sweet.
with a gaping maw, lots of razor jagged teeth.
Sweet. So since I'm firing 2 bows, I'm going to aim directly for its eyes and just instantly hit its head.
Beautiful. All right, the arrow comes through,
And then-
pierces in the eye, and you just hear and just falls over to the ground.
And then what I'm going to do, because I've hunted beats similar to this before, I'm going to take another shot at it again, just to make sure it is dead, for a 26.
That definitely hits.
Yep, and that's an extra 7 damage. So the first 2 shots go in the eye and the head, and then the second shot is going to directly aim for the heart. Just make sure that it is down for the count.
Okay, you hit it, and it just sort of just twitches.
Yeah, and we've got the other one directly behind it, right, from last week?
You can't see the other one. It is dark inside that cavern. So that cavern that's above us, or to your north, is actually roofed. So I've just left it open so we can battle in it. But it's actually domed, a domed cavern. So it's quite dark in there.
Alright, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Now, at the end of your turn, you notice... Well, actually, give me a perception check.
Nat 20, so 22.
All right. Behind you,
eyes.
you notice that all these twigs and tree trunks and limbs all start intertwining with each other and blocking off the entry behind you. You also hear a rustling to your northwest. All right, Marek, that brings it to you.
Well, shit. Shit, that changes everything. Do I notice this moving of shit behind me?
You're facing where the manticores were, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Up. 1.
Okay, you do not notice the ones behind you at all.
All right. I'm gonna step closer to this rock, see if I can see the other beastie that I heard.
Okay.
Outside of that, I'll probably ready an action.
Go on.
I'm gonna ready shatter.
Yep.
As a spell. Outside of that, I'll just wait.
Okay, just for the next thing that comes through that area.
Next thing that looks deadly.
Okay. As you do step forward and you start to prepare, you obviously will notice this large, well, you didn't see the first one, but in your case, it's the second. This second large, a mass of twigs and vines and limbs just intertwined, blocking off your path from where you've come from.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So after that, you hear another guttural growl coming from outside the tunnel, and it just seems to echo and reverberate, and it just comes out at a extremely loud sound. From that, that's it. That's all you hear. So then that will bring it to back to Damaris. Your turn.
From where I am, considering I'm sort of like obviously Perda's slightly in my way, but I'm sort of looking, like I'll move if I have to sort of get a good look down in the cave. Can I see where that noise came from? Is that possible to do?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
No. So then, what you would notice where the dead body of the first manticore is, you can probably see another 10 to 15 feet behind that. All you can see is it go from a nice lush green grass to a dirt, a few little rocks and pebbles, but that's about it. Other than that, it's just darkness in there.
Darkness.
Okay. Well, I'll spend my bonus action and one of my actions to unjam the crossbow.
Perfect.
And then, being that I've used my bonus action, I assume I wouldn't be able to hold an action then?
If you use your bonus action to get rid of that, then I would allow you to hold an action on your normal action.
Okay. Well, if I can hold an action, I'd like to hold my one remaining crossbow bolt shot.
Yep.
Or if another manticore comes out.
Another manticore comes out. Okay.
And I'll just move myself to there so I can sort of see past Perda a bit easier.
To there. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that then brings us up to Perda. You're up, and then Tribor, you're after that.
This manticore's dead, first one. I can't hear that. I can't see what's coming out of this cave.
Loot the body.
Have you got dark vision?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm just going to assume that it's another manticore or something. So I'm just going to
give me a perception check from you, because where you are.
Straight perception.
Straight perception. Yep.
That is a 24.
Okay,
Nat 20.
Okay, so you do notice 8 sets. 4 sets, I should say, of glowing yellow eyes towards what seems to be the back of this cavern. You can't
That
quite
doesn't
tell how
sound
deep
good.
it is.
I am going to give my halberd a bit of a flurry, and I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare
Schmirk.
myself for any oncoming onslaught.
All right. Okay, that will then bring us to Tribor. And then, Marek, you're up after that.
Get him.
Yep, I'm going to turn around and
Get him.
face the trees.
Yes?
Well, there's no one there. There's no one there. It's just trees.
Correct.
How
Get the
high up
trees.
is the branches?
Get 'em.
So the branches on that tree, they seem to go up what would be around 30 to 40 feet. So about the same height as what the actual trees themselves are.
Yep, too easy. All right, cool. And I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. All right, well then that brings it to Marek.
I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna see what I'm seeing.
You got dark vision?
That's a good question. You'd think so, being a machine, wouldn't you? Features and traits, surely. Surely under racial. Nah,
Nothing?
no.
All right, how far are you running in?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Come there, like just at that little rock kind of edging.
Perfect. Okay, and then that's all you were going to do?
I'm going to still hold an action ready for shatter.
You can hold action. Perfect. As you go running into there, give me a perception check.
Okay, I will. That'd be better. Is be better. That is a 14.
14. Perfect. What is your AC?
Oh, fuck. 21.
21?
I don't like where this is going.
Okay, so it is one of them ones. Okay,
21.
so as you go to run in there, you go to hold your shadow action, and then all of a sudden, where these yellow blips are at the edge of this tunnel cave, you notice that you hear a sort of sound, as all of a sudden, 2 spikes come straight into you, and bang, bang, straight into your chest. They get stuck in between the sides of your shoulder blades, so in the joints there. Now you will take.
No, I will not.
Series 11.
No, I ain't doing that.
7.
Definitely not.
You'll take 18 points of piercing damage.
18 points.
18 points. Yes.
That's just not nice. Alright, do I feel like I hit a tripwire or something, or was just randomly went off? I don't know.
You don't think you hit a tripwire, and it seemed to come from where these glowing yellow spots are.
Right. Okay. Well, that's all my movement. I can't go anywhere else. I'm just going to stay there.
All right, so you're just going to hold
Some
that.
shit in my face. Well, I can't go back any further.
All right. No, that is fine. That is fine. Okay, so now it comes up to whatever this next thing.
Actually, sorry, I do have 5 feet left. I'll go back 1.
5 feet left. Okay.
Back with my final 5.
All right. So you would then notice on your turn that those eyes, or yellow blips, seem to be getting bigger. Now, after that, you'll hear another 2 more. 2 more spikes come, but this time they fly past your head, and just past you and just past Perder, and they manage to hit the trees behind. And as you hear that, you hear
Come on.
All right, so that brings it up to
and a huge black manticore appears.
Damaris. You're up now, and then Tribal. Oh, you're up after that. Sorry, Perder.
Not an angry manticore though.
Okay, so I haven't seen anything yet. Heard it.
You would have noticed the 2 spikes come out, and also probably we would have seen the spikes hit Marek.
Okay.
Good girl. Good manticore.
I'm gonna move. 30, yeah, I don't really. If I move closer up there, am I obscured by that point of that rock there from seeing? further into the cave, or is it too dark for me to see at all?
I would say that you couldn't see, even still, you couldn't see past that square there, these 3 squares.
Okay. I'm then, what I'm going to try and do is with my crossbow bolt that's lit on fire, I'm going to fire it straight this way and see if it illuminates anything along its path. I'm just going to fire it into the dark, hoping that the very dim light that's on it might light up something that I can then maybe shoot at.
All right. As you shoot, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Where's my investigation? That is cocked. That is a 15. 15.
Okay. As you shoot the crossbow bolt straight through, in the very quick, probably 1 second that it's actually there, you do manage to notice where it hits into, or just before it hits the rock and then dissipates, you do happen to notice a few bones or something.
In this area here?
It would be, around here. Just scattered bones.
Okay. Alright, well, I do have a little bit more movement than I thought I did. So I'm actually just going to sort of nestle myself in behind this rock.
Okay.
And then I'll use, as I have 2 attacks on my turn, I'll hold my second attack again in case something comes out. But so I'm sort of obscured from them seeing this directly.
No, I get you.
I'll
if something comes out on the angle that you're on, you'd only be able to hit it if it goes onto that sort of area.
Well, if it comes, if it's in there or comes out the front, then
100%.
I'll unload on it.
All right, I'm cool with that. Okay, so that brings it up to Perder, and then Tribor, you're after that.
Am I able to... I can see those glowing eyes, correct?
Yep, and you would have noticed that a set of them has gotten bigger.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is obviously DM's discretion. Because I'm holding a 2-handed weapon, I've got my sling on my belt.
Throw it at him.
Would you say it's a bonus action to like grab my sling out, or would you say that would be an action to grab my sling out and still hold my halberd with one hand? Because 2-handed weapon, I can still hold it with one hand and fling the sling.
How are you going to load the sling?
With your mouth.
With my mouth. No.
I'll allow you, if you want to do that, I'll allow you to drop. You got 2 choices. You can put your weapon away and stow it, and it will take up an action.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can drop it to the ground, and then grab your sling. I'll class that as a bonus action. So if you just want to drop it, grab your sling, and then you can attack it. But next turn, if you want to get your 2-handed weapon back up, that will be an action, because you have to physically pick it up off the ground. So it'll be interacting with an object.
All right. Seeing these eyes get closer, I'm just going to back up a couple of squares.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, seeing Damaris and Marek there, I'm going to kind of walk up into the edge of the cave.
Yes.
Just kind of like still where it's like a little bit light around my feet, so I can still see like 5-10 feet in front of me.
Yep.
And I'm going to just ready an attack with my halberd.
With your halberd, so you're just going to hold your halberd out? Yep.
Yeah, I'll hold my halberd out, and I'll just ready an attack, ready for something to come out of the darkness.
Okay, all right. That's in your turn. Tribor, you're up, and then we will have Marek after that.
Yep, so I'm going to pull out 20 of my arrows that I have.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast fire arrows on that. So for the 20 arrows, they are now 1d8 fire for up to an hour of concentration.
Yep.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then put them back into my shiv, face them up so the fire doesn't burn me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take...
how about fire?
Yeah, I'm going to take one step back, and then I'm going to launch one of them into the trees and see how they react.
Okay. So give me an attack roll.
Yep. So that's a 22 to hit.
Yep. Okay, so it hits the tree. So you're talking about the vines that are blocking your path.
Yep, and that's 9 damage to start with, and then what I do, I'll include fire on that, which is a total of 10 damage.
Okay.
Dan.
As you shoot it in, you wait a little bit and you see them starting to burn. And you see that fire starting to spread. As that fire spreads, you see green vines start to weave themselves through the brown limbs. And as it comes up to the fire, they start to engulf where the flame was and try and put it out. And as you notice, the flames start to dissipate again.
Cool.
And it just leaves
Now
a
that I know that,
charring of blackened wood.
So now that I know that, I'm going to turn around and face the party, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. No, what is? So then it'll be the next you-know-what's turn. So then all of a sudden, you're just going to get another 2 spikes coming out.
No,
This
fuck
time
off.
at you, Perder.
Haha. Yep.
So that there is a mod 20 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. All right. So that is 4 and 4. So 8 piercing damage you will take.
It's not very nice.
All right, and then you see those yellow eyes move off to the side. All right, so then from there, we're going back to Damaris, and then that will put Perda back on deck.
What about Marek?
Wait, Marek, did you not have your
No.
attack? Sorry, my bad. All right, you're going to
Mine
go
doesn't
before the
need a turn.
Manticore, so you go. So the Manticore hasn't moved yet.
Because
Sorry, I missed that one.
Tribor and I have the same initiative.
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's light this fucker up, and I get 3 scorching rays, and I hurl it at the glowing eye or eyes that I see in the darkness. So 3 flaming, essentially balls just go hurling out. So 3 attacks.
All right, now
See,
I'll go. So you can see the yellow spots. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go straight attacks. You know roughly what you're trying to hit.
okay, so 12 for the first one.
That's a miss. It just goes
Damn it.
wide. But as it goes wide, you see another beastly lion's face sort of light up.
16 for the second.
That one glocks it right in the jaw.
Glocked him, and a mod 20, so 2 hit.
2 hits. So one of them flies right past, and then the other 2 just right into the head.
So 46. Oh, that was gross. 10 fire damage. All 2 ones.
10. Ugh.
Yeah. 10
All
fire
right.
damage.
You can now see on there's a few little embers on there, so it's helping to light it up a little bit more. Doesn't give you a lot of light, but you can see the big yellow eyes, and you can see little bits of ember sort of just glowing, like a fire that's just about to go out.
With that, can I scooch into this rock a bit more, like into the corner, kind of trying to be out of sight of him?
Definitely.
Sick.
Yep. Okay. So then, since I accidentally skipped yours, then it would go to the Manticore that hit Perda. He would move back across, and then it would go to Damaris.
Awesome.
And we're back to the start with Tribe War coming up.
Get him.
So seeing Marek fire these things into the tunnel, hearing him shout out,
Oh, I forgot to use my arcane wand.
I'm going to move around here behind Perda. Would I then be able to see either the eyes or the little charring
give me a
from
perception
Marek's
check.
attack? Can my passive see it? My passive's 21. Perception is...
It's not a high
12.
perception. 12? That's enough. You can't quite see the singedness anymore. It seems to have been dissipating a bit more. But you can see these bright yellow eyes towards the northwest of the cave. And you can see a bunch of little specks towards the back of yellow.
So further out this way.
You're not quite sure if it's how far back it is, if it's more or what it is. You're not too sure, but it's the same yellow.
Okay.
It's just a bit smaller.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take 2 shots at the eyes that I can see.
Yep. We'll go with that.
First shot is a 22.
That's a hit.
So that is 5 piercing and 4 fire, so 9 damage total.
9, yep.
And then the second shot is a 28.
That's
so
a hit.
Will hit. And that is 8 piercing and 4 fire again. So 12
Nice.
damage.
All right, good, good.
And then what bonus actions do I have? MG. Oh, I probably should have done it first my turn. No, that's all right. I'll actually scooch a little bit further
Let's go.
around here, just sort of keeping my back to the wall.
Okay, now as you keep your back to the wall, everything around you is darkness, apart
Yeah.
from these squares just here.
Okay.
So where you're starting to walk into now is just getting into pitch black.
Okay, no, that's fine.
All right.
Hoping that obscures me somewhat.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be part of it.
Perfect, perfect. All right, so next up will be Perder, and then after that will be Tribal.
So seeing this glowing eyes move over to the other side of the cave, kind of almost in front of me, I'm going to bonus action, drop my halberd, pull out the sling, and take 2 shots with the sling.
All right, let's go.
First attack is a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
That's
You
a
just hear it
miss,
go
and the
ting off the rock wall before.
Cool. And the second one is a 17 to hit.
That's a hit. Give us
That's a
some
hit,
damage.
and that's 6 bludgeoning damage.
6. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
And I will, I'm going to stay where I am with the sling out, ready to go next round.
Perfect, perfect. All right, so let's move on to Tribal. Marek, you're up after that.
Sweet. I'm going to move forward 25 feet. So it's here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So about here, I have 30 feet of dark vision. What do I see inside the room? Is there anything that I can see from here?
Did
or...
you say 30 feet of dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll give since it's such a distance, your normal distance would be what, 60? Let's have a look.
Sorry, 60 feet. Sorry, 60 feet.
60 feet. All right, I'll give it to you that
It's right on the cusp.
you can
Hold shift to measure.
Fuck, is that what it was?
65, it's from him.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it to you. You can
He's
just
on the
see
cusp.
it.
That's right. I won't be able to see it. So
You can
since
just
I don't
see.
really know what's going on.
Yep. You can see it. You can see the yellow eyes, and you can see faint outlines of red. And it looks very similar to what was in the mouth of the cave.
Sweet. Since I don't really know what it is and it hasn't attacked me, that'd be on my turn.
All right. So end of your turn. We'll go to Marek. You're up.
Me. Yeah, boy, I'm going to light him up again. I'm going to come around the corner. I'm going to look at the big beastie and I'm going to do another Scorching Ray.
Okay,
So,
let's go.
3 boys, let's do it. 21, nat 20 for 28, and 15.
All right, all 3 hit.
All right.
Ooh.
So 6, and then double dice for the nat 20, and it's almost as much as a fireball. Oh, and plus, I forgot I was using my arcane wand, so that's an extra D8.
D8, yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It's essentially just an infused stick. 3, 6, 12, 20, 25, 31, 37.
37.
Quick math.
Quick math.
Yep.
All right.
These 3 scorching rays just arc over, just like skimming the top of the cavern, just plunge into his eyes.
All right. So as they hit him, just he all of a sudden just erupts in flame. A massive light lights up the cavern, and as you see it just fall to the ground, you can see here like a sad cry. From the back of the cave, you hear 3 more really sad cries coming from there as well.
Oh no. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we just killed the parents.
I'm gonna move back into the corner, hide my shame. Actually,
Oh no, we killed the parents.
Oh, we can totally be manticore parents now.
All right, that brings it to Damaris. Your turn. So now, at the moment, while this manticore is burning, You can see
Sorry.
probably about 3/4 of the way into the tunnel cave.
It's a manticore bonfire.
Okay. So I can see this area in front of me.
Yep. It's a very
You
dim
said-
light, but you can see.
You said there were other gold specks. Were they further back this way, or were they over this way?
There's 3 gold specks further towards the back.
And is that where I heard the noise?
That's where you would have
coming
heard. It was hard to say where the noise is because it was
Yeah.
reverberating off the walls itself.
from? Yeah.
But
yeah.
you can know it's towards the back somewhere.
Okay.
It's up the butt.
Guys, I think we killed parents.
Wait,
how
is
do
it dead or is it still alive?
The big manticore is dead.
Us. Oh, okay.
How do you want to proceed?
Do we adopt the children?
I don't know. I'm gonna make my way up the back.
I will follow.
We'll say that you guys are out of combat for the next
All right.
little bit.
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
45. I can make my way up to there with my movement.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a
gonna,
torch out of my
yeah.
backpack.
Yeah, same. I was about to say that. Pick up my glaive and grab out a torch.
All right, so Damaris, Marek, and Perda continue further in. Tribor,
Yeah.
are you still staying out there, or are you making your way back in?
Well, I have no clue what's happened, so...
So you would have noticed Perda and Marek now rushing in with a torch in each hand. So each person has a torch.
So I'm going to be on the edge of the cave since I can see 60 feet.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have my bow at the ready. And what I'm going to do, if I see a manticore, I'm going to shoot at it.
All right, so where you are right now, you can see up to this line.
Yep, so I can see the manticore body to the left.
You can see the manticore body to the left, yes?
Yep, I'm going to take a shot at that.
You're a
Nice.
All right, so yep. I'll place that as an auto hit because it's not moving.
Cool. So that's here. 4 plus 28. Oops. Yeah. So that's 9 damage on that.
Yep. You notice as you shoot it with your bow, you notice that just a little blood splat up off to the side, and it just keeps digging in.
Turn it off.
Sweet. And then that's the end of my turn.
All right. Okay, so we're going to take it to be out of initiative at the moment, so you guys can discuss how you want to proceed.
All right. So what do we see moving forward now with our torches in hand?
So with your torches in hand, you see those, as you get closer, you see these yellow glowing specks, which are now eyes, slowly form into smaller manticore heads. These manticores only take up about 5 foot.
Like, how big are we talking? Like dog size? Like
We're
cat
talking
size?
like a little bit bigger than Harper.
Okay,
For
so a
you
larger
playing
dog.
at home, Burmese mountain dog size.
She's like this big and 40 kilos.
Yep.
All right. I'll pull some rations out of my backpack.
Guys, I
Sort of
kind of
just
feel
like-
bad. Is that normal? Is it?
Walk up to them with it in my hand as sort
Alright.
of like an offering.
So as you start to get closer, they sort of look up to you. And they sort of back up, and all 3 of them sort of huddle together. As if to be like, what have you done?
It's okay.
I also pull some food out and get down low and pull some water skin out and try and like offer some water and some food, try and coax them along.
Come eat. Eat. You must eat.
Alright, as you see that, the one at the front that was sort of cowering back, the one from the middle sort of steps out. And he's just like, and he swings his tail towards you, and you
I gotta
see
grab it.
3 more spikes come out, but it's like they attempt to come out, but they sort of just protrude a little bit from the tail, and then just sort of fall to the ground. Like they still don't know how their spikes work.
Oh, it's okay, little one. You don't stress. Here, have some food. And I'll put it on the ground and sort of just take a step back.
And as
I feel bad.
as
I
you
feel
should.
bad.
How many manticores have you killed to feel this bad?
Well, not with babies. I only kill things that don't have babies, or at least babies that I know of. Normally it's just people. Normally I just kill people.
These
And they're
baby,
wolves.
these babies are huge. Like, how is that a baby? It's bigger than me.
Okay, what if we make ourselves feel better by adopting them? Because technically we orphaned them.
Can I ride it?
Mm,
What are you? You're a halfling, aren't you?
Yeah,
maybe in a little bit of time.
I'm considered small.
You could try. Before that happens, they see that you guys sort of back up a little bit, and they see the rations on the ground, and you see them sort of like watching you, just very cautiously, and they.
Go ahead, little one.
While you guys are talking, since I'm outside, I'm gonna yell at, guys, what is going on?
We found some babies. Like not
Like-
human babies, like manticore babies.
Oh,
Pups,
okay.
younglings. What would you define like
Pups.
a grouping name of manticore children?
I'd call them
Pups or
pups.
cubs, maybe? Or cubs? maybe?
Actually, yeah,
And I-
cubs. Cubs make sense.
Cubs or pups?
I walk up to the party,
pups.
and I go,
Cups.
Pub
well,
cubs.
Pints.
what have you guys done for these things? Have you offered them food, water, or?
Of course. Both.
What experience do you have with coaxing over baby animals when you've just slaughtered their parents?
Well, if you want, I can make it a little bit easy for us.
Oh, fucking yeah. Go. What do you have in mind?
I touch myself and cast Speak of Animals.
I touch myself. It's all
And,
about you.
I kneel down and get some food, and I start speaking in whatever language Manticore speak.
Rah, 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 rah.
Bark, bark.
Yes. So, okay. What are you wanting to say? You just see these three pups, just sort of, cubs, just sort of just picking up the rations that Marek and Damara sort of left on the ground, and they just sort of, and as they eating, they're looking back up at you, and then they sort of go.
So, what rations were they?
Just rations.
It's just
Five.
food stuff.
Fried meat.
Bits of jerky
Done.
and
Okay,
whatnot, I'd imagine.
So, I was making sure you guys didn't feed them like vegetables and shit. That wouldn't go no well. Yes, I sat down. I started speaking like, oh, hello there. What might your name sort of be?
Who? My name? My name's Timothy. Who?
That's a very
Who are
unique name
you?
for a Manticore.
Man call.
Yeah, my name's Tribal, and I'm a friend of your parents.
Oh. Hi, my
Sorry,
parents.
no.
Do you know where they? Do you know where they went? They did just go out the front there, but they haven't come back. And then I heard weird sounds, and then new people came. And well, where are they?
Sadly, your parents they were killed by the forest, and
Nice.
we only just got here in time. I'm so sorry to tell you this. It's never a great thing to tell young ones of the fate of their parents. And as I say that, I want to cast Animal Friendship. So I need a Wisdom save from all of them.
Nice.
Save. All right.
As I say that, I'm going to cast Fireball.
So as I'm telling them about
Make up Manticore baby
dying,
stats.
Okay, so they rolled.
I passed them food.
Go on.
Yep. So they are basically in love with me for 24 hours, and since they are very young, they don't realize that they've been charmed.
With that animal friendship,
Mhm.
is that on one person at a time, or is that to a group
No, that's
of
on
animals?
on 3 of them. So each one. So
So
on
is that
3
a
rolls.
different,
So one
different
pass.
spell? Okay, so the one that was just speaking to you then with the quiet voice passed. Failed. The second one failed, and then you got the bigger one of the 3, and that one failed as well.
So all
Nice.
3 of them, I hand them food, and they are now for 24 hours. They are basically my friends and comforting
Okay.
during this dark time.
Okay. All right. So you see them sort of go down and go, "Whoa, what's the forest?"
It's a scary and wild place just outside of these caves, and your parents they knew the forest was a dangerous thing, and they knew someone was hunting them, and they asked me to come and help take you away, to get you to a safer place away from here, more of a mountain area, not surrounded by forest.
A safer place? But my parents always said that this place was safe. That's why
Sadly
we don't
not.
leave. Yeah,
Your
that's why we
parents
don't
were-
leave. And you got like the big
Your parents-
looking one comes up.
That's right, he's still my friend.
Yeah, no, he's not angry. He's just
yeah.
that's just how he is.
your parents, they wanted to protect you being
Protector.
so young, and it's safer sometimes to lie to a child and say that it's best to stay in a cave until you're big and strong. But sadly, that time has changed, and that's why we're here to help get you out of here.
All right. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, Mom and Pop, they always said these things that one day we'd have to leave when we're big and strong, and I mean, I'm pretty big and strong as it is. So, Timothy, Liza, let's go.
And I just get up and go to the party and just go, well, we've got 3 manticores that are going to follow us, and we're going to get them out of here.
Fucking sick!
All right, and they sort of just they do the whole like lost puppy thing, and they sort of in a line. You get Timothy, the smaller one, at the back. Then you have the bigger one
Liza?
into the middle, and then you have another small one, which is Liza, at the front. And then they're sort of following you.
I want
So
to.
it goes Liza, big one, which you haven't found a name yet, and Timothy at the back.
With Timothy, I want to go off and like scratch him behind the ears and see if he like responds well to it.
All
See if he
right.
likes being patted.
Are you coming from the front or are you coming from the back?
Oh, definitely coming from the front.
Okay.
Like,
You see
hey,
him
little guy, and
you
like
see him-
try and pat him.
look up at you, and he's like, as he sees a bit cautious as you go to pat him, and then he looks back up at Tribor, almost as
And
if
I
to be
just look
like,
and I go, it's okay.
and then he looks back up at Marek, and it like he's not. How tall are you again, Marek?
Oh, I don't know, standard. I don't know, 5'10" or something.
Okay, so these things are about 3 foot tall. So he is looking up at you. He looks up at you and he's like, sort of like does a little sidestep that you do, and just sort of comes up to you and he's like,
I start like scrunching around like under his chin and like down the side next to their whiskers and stuff when they start like getting their pheromones all there it is. Yeah,
and you see him do that whole like, as they like
It
try
really
and
just-
open up their jaw so they can get as much scratch as they can get.
You get like the double thumb thing going, you get like
Yep.
both sides, just like work the cheeks a little bit.
Red
And
rocket, red rocket.
and as
Gross.
as you're doing that, he swipes you away
Ah, damn.
playfully. He's like, "Oh, too much.
Oh, you bitch.
Too much."
And I just give him a couple little taps on the head and get back up.
Okay. All right. So they sit there and they are now following Tribor. What do you guys
Well,
want to
guys,
do?
this is a success. This is great.
You said there were some bones over here.
Yes.
If I was to go over to those bones, is there anything left on the bones or with the bones that is worth scrounging around for? I want to have a dig through,
Yes.
have a look at the bones, and
Okay. Okay. Give me an investigation check.
that is a 18.
Okay, so inside those bones, you do happen to find a somewhat intact skeleton. Okay.
Look,
Now-
Manticore baby.
On the finger of one of those skeletons, you do happen to notice a ring, very, very shiny, white, quite silver. And it's got it's sort of shaped like interweaving vines with little purple amethyst stones on it that makes it remind you of a grapevine. Okay,
That's really cool.
and then it's got
Um,
a little small cluster of amethyst on it,
I
look like
will
grapes.
take that off the bone
Okay,
with a rapid and place it on myself.
okay.
Pretty cool.
All right. So as you go to place it, you do notice that a little bit of flame from where the manticore is currently burning. Sorry, from the torch, because that's stopped now. From the torch light does flicker off, and you notice there's something on the inside.
Ooh.
Like on the
Something,
inside of the
something
Manticore?
scratched on the inside of the ring.
Whilst I'm holding it, I sort of walk back a bit closer to the torchlight and want to have a good look at what's inside that. See if I can see if it's maybe some sort of writing that I can.
As you
What do you got there, Damaris?
I found a ring on the skeletons over there. Just It's got something on the inside. I'm just trying to read it. Or
I like
see what
hold
it
my
is.
torch closer to it to help.
All right. So as Marek comes over, holds the torch a little bit closer, helps you get a good look on what's on the inside. On the inside of the ring, it says, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness."
Darkness cannot drive out darkness.
What do you think it means? Like, does it mean not
Like-
being bad?
I assume light is the only thing that gets rid of darkness, so that sort of usually implies that you have to be good
Good.
to get rid of bad.
Define good.
Killing manticore parents.
Bad. But adopting manticore babies and saving them, good.
That's good.
No. I've adopted them. You haven't.
Well, are we not? Are we? I
No.
thought we were family.
I attempt to put
No.
the ring on whichever finger it fits on.
Okay.
Damaris has fingers like me, so they're all fat and short. So he's
you sit there trying to fit it. First and second finger, they seem to go to about the first knuckle. On the third finger, it starts to go towards the second, but you notice it gets quite tight, so you pull it back off quickly, and you manage to slip it onto the third one, and it fits on brilliantly past the second knuckle. And it's actually quite a nice fit to it.
Check it out. It sort of looks like a grapevine.
Mind you, it's the way the grapes are situated. It almost reminds you of not in this class, but in real life of a Super Bowl style ring. It's like you feel good having it on.
It's almost turning your finger into a grape. It's getting all pink.
No, that's all the other ones. This just fits on here. But the other
While
ones.
they're all
Now, Yep.
looking at the cubs and doing all that, I just want to have like a quick walk past the top end of the cave
All right.
and just see if the manticores were guarding anything, or just have a quick look around.
Yeah.
if
All
there's
right. So
anything
give
Other
me
than their children.
other than their children, yeah.
All right.
This
So
place is pretty sketch. I just want to make sure like we're covering our bases.
Yep. So as you're walking around, you do happen to notice that over into this corner over here, as you walk over to there, there was what looks like a bedroll all torn up, and somewhat a fire pit that's all ashed out now, like all burnt out. Give me an investigation check as you're looking around that area.
12.
12. Okay, as you're looking around, you happen to notice that there is a long, shiny object sitting behind the bedroll up against the rock wall over here.
Grab my torch and I kind of like hold it above my head so like the light's not in my eyes, and I kind of walk a bit closer to it just to inspect it, see what it is.
Okay.
Not touching it, but getting close and trying to just visualize what it is before I go and touch it.
How well does your character know weaponry?
Pretty well. Like being good with a halberd. I know a decent few weapons. I've got a few weapons on me, so.
All right, so that one there, you notice is a very well-made longsword.
Yep.
If you look closer on the pommel, it's actually got the word Mist Reaver engraved into it, and it's got some really nice rubies and sapphires engraved in, stuck into the pommel either side of it as well. And then just below that, you see what looks to be a couple of papers with some writing on it.
All right. I'm going to go over and just with my offhand, just kind of like grab the handle, but like kind of grab it and hold it for a sec before I pick it up, just in case it does something. I can quickly just like let go, and then if it doesn't do anything, I'm going to pick it up and like have a look at it and go, oh, cool, no worries. And I'm just going to like kind of hold it in the same hand as my torch, kind of hold both of them in like one hand, and then and then pick up the papers and kind of go towards the other guys and be like, hey, I found these over in the corner.
What the papers say?
That's a big sword.
I'm not sure, so I put the sword on the ground next to me, and I put the kind of stick the bottom of the torch in the ground so it's poking out, and I kind of like unroll the papers in the light so we can kind of all read them at once.
Alright, so it's basically 2 sheets of paper that are slightly charred at the edges. And there was a bunch of other burnt embers and paper there, so you can't quite see what the rest meant. From what you can read on the first bit of paper, you notice it says, so this is what it says. Found the tower, precisely where the... Fuck. Sorry, I just blanked out on what I was saying.
Been a day.
Found the tower. Yeah, sorry. Found the tower precisely where the lady Septima reckoned it would be.
Of course.
If her theory is correct, this changes everything we thought we knew about our world. Then on the second sheet of paper, it says, having come so far, I cannot now turn back. I will meditate tonight, and if my courage does not fail me, I will continue through this strange tower in the morning.
And he got eaten.
And that's it. That's all it says.
It looks
guess
like
he didn't make it to the morning.
it looks like these belong to the previous adventurers. I feel.
Are there still like any meat on the bones, or they're just kind of rotten away?
There is some rotten flesh around, but majority of it has been picked.
I'd pick up one of the bones and just like chuck it for one of the cats. Like, bah. Play. Hiya.
You see Liza, the front small one, sort of twist her head and just look towards it and like looks back up at Tribor
Contemplating.
as if to be like, oh wait, how long's your commune with animals?
Communicate for animals is pretty sure it's 1 hour. Let me just double check. Speaking of animals, 10 minutes. Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to say it's probably been 10 minutes by the time you've done that. So it just kind of looks up at you and looks back at the bone, almost as if to be like, well, can I?
And I just kind of point to it and go and just nod my head.
Walks over, picks it up, trots back. Does this sort of like perch on 2 legs and grabs both of it and then drops it and tries to pick it back up again. It falls to the ground. All right. So what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to go over to that bed, back to that bedroll, and I'm going to tear off a few bits of material just to like kind of wrap up the blade because I don't have a. Did the blade have a scabbard for it, or did it?
No.
No. Okay, so I'm going to get some sheets to like roll the blade up, so it's like not out, and I'm going to put it in my backpack just to have a look at it later.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Alright, I don't think there's anything more in here, guys. Maybe we should
I'll start walking out.
keep pushing on.
All right. So as you guys come back out, for those of you that hadn't paid attention throughout the fight, you do notice now that both your paths have been blocked by vines, entangled vines and branches.
Is there anything at the back of this cave? Because I'm still in here, like maybe like a doorway or a way to get out.
You can give me a perception check, or you're gonna look for a particular thing. So give me an investigation check.
Yep.
So
You're gonna feel around and see if you can find anything.
Investigation. That's a nat 20, so 19.
Oof.
19. As you're digging around, you don't happen to find any exits or loose rocks or anything, but you do happen to notice that there is some drawings, like rock drawings. Now, you're seeing little carvings in there of a bunch of trees, and then carvings of what looks to be giant crab-looking things. Then you've got carvings of an alien-like face with tentacles. You have carvings of robots, like very similar to those lawn bots that you saw earlier. One's running across and just cutting the lawn. You then find weird carvings that match the guns that you saw earlier that the other members of the group picked up. Then you find a bunch of this one carving sticks out to you, and it's got 2 trees either side with a bunch of vines, all like these lines interlinking those 2 trees. And then the next one over to that has those as what looks like a bucket with holes in the bottom of it, and then what looks like little lines dripping out of that bucket. And then the third picture that you see next to that one is 2 trees with no vines in between them.
Okay, cool.
And that's all you find in there, though.
Susie. All right, I head out the room. Sorry, and I kind of gesture to the Minicors to follow them.
Yep, they're just following along you in a nice line, Aristocat style.
Guys, when did these vines get here?
I don't know.
It happened at the start of the fight.
No
Ah,
idea.
shit. I
Can,
was distracted.
can we try and burn them away? You guys have your torches out. Maybe we can.
Yeah, already tried.
I'm gonna
Ah,
get
okay.
I'm gonna get closer with the torch and see how they react when I hold the torch kind of closer, or
As
up
you-
to the vines.
So as you hold the as you hold the torch close, nothing seems to happen. You can just see that there are like these vines and these tree branches seem to be slowly moving in and out. Not like in big movements, but they're not just stagnant. They're actually
So they're
living,
kind of like
in essence.
creeping.
Correct. As you hold it closer, are you going to touch the vines? or
I
the
will
branches?
eventually get to the point where I'll touch it. Yeah.
All right. Well, at that point, nothing's happening so far. You can just notice
Okay.
a lot more that things are moving in there. It's not
Yeah,
just
and I'm gonna keep getting close until I like just touch it with the fire.
as you go to touch it, as you would expect, the browner wood starts to catch a light, and then as it catches a light, the more green vines start to squirm in and out, and they start to cover where the flame was, and then put that flame out.
Right. So it's.
They revert back, or do the
looking-
green ones stay there?
And then the green ones stay there.
I'm gonna try and find a pathway through the trees. Like if I move into the trees, can I find like a path through it, or is it just
As
the
you
vines
walk
all
in,
encompassing?
about 5 to 10 feet, it starts to get really, really, really thick, and you start to hear like a nails on chalkboard sound. And as you look down, you notice that these spikes are dragging across what would be the metal bits of your armor.
Right. I take a step back and kind of push back out through the bushes in like a hurried motion and have like some sticks and stuff kind of stuck in the top
Yep.
of my head. There's no way through
I
the
guess we can't
forest.
go that way.
Hmm.
Can we
I'm
scale
gonna
the
walk.
cave?
You
Sorry?
try that.
So, Marek,
I
you're
was just,
going
I
back
was
into the
just gonna
cave, yep.
walk.
No,
I was
I
gonna
wanna-
walk up to the vines
Okay.
and see if the ring that has the vines on it, that sort of look like vines, do anything to it.
Okay. As you walk up to the vines, you
Wonder if
extend your hand in a almost I'm about to touch it motion, and then you point your ring to it. Nothing happens.
Ah.
kiss the ring.
Kiss
Kiss.
the-
All right. Well, well, that's something. What did you have in mind, Marek? Anything else?
I'm going to attempt to scale the cave and see if I can get up to a higher vantage point.
Oh, climb over it. I like it.
Well, we can't go over it.
Okay. As you look at okay, just so you guys know, as you look at the cave, it's the entrance to the cave is about 30 foot tall itself.
Yep.
And it's about 50 foot all the way to the top. Now it's pretty much a straight up climb.
Damn it.
So you're more than welcome to try it if you like.
think
But
I have
I
some
will need
pittance.
every 10 foot. I will need a athletics check.
I believe. Yes, I do. I have some pittance. So
All right, I'll give you.
I'm going to
advantage.
like use
many
the pittance. And... It says I have 10.
All right, cool. Because I'll take one every 10 feet. Or what is it? It'd probably be one every 5 feet. So yeah, that'll be enough. I think
10?
Maybe
Yeah,
10 feet. One
10
every 10
pittance.
feet. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Just belt one in, keep going up.
Yep, I'll give you
So
the
what
belt.
kind of roll?
So I would like athletics with advantage on each run that you
boy.
use. But I'll need to get 5 of those.
All right, so 20, mod 20
Yep.
for the first one.
So you climb up, you put the first hammer in, you're good. You're now 10 feet up.
13 for the second.
Ooh. You go to hit the second one in, you're like, I think that's all right. You go to climb. As you go to put your weight on that pitten to pull yourself up, you slip. But
fuck.
thankfully, give me a deck save.
Okay. Oh, thank God. 18.
All right, 18. So you managed to hold back onto your rope, and it's good. And that first pitten that you hit in holds you in place. But that
good
second
boy.
pitten that you did had snapped.
All right, go for a new pitten.
You climb up and do the second pitten again.
Yeah. 16.
16. That's better. You managed to climb up. Second pitten goes in. Now you're making that third climb.
Come
So
on,
you're
big
at the
boys.
moment, you're 20 feet up. You're going to that 30 foot mark.
23.
23. Once
Get around
again,
him.
boom, boom, boom. You're just powering up it. Third pitten in.
This robot's a quick learner, boys.
You've still got another. Yeah, as you look up, you go, oh, I've still got another. All right. You look back down. Ooh, it's starting to get high.
Damn right it is. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Not bad. Fuck, math. 17.
17. You go to hit that fourth pitten in, and your hammer slips. You hit the rock, and it shatters a little bit off, and it falls to the ground. You realign yourself. You manage to hit that fourth pitten in. Now you're coming up. Go and do that fifth and final pitten, and then you can climb over the top.
Come on. 16.
You managed to hit that fifth pitten
Yes!
just right. So you're now right at the highest point. Now, as you get to the top, I'm going to need a straight strength roll to pull yourself up.
Oh God. Can I do before I pull myself up? Saving throw. All right, I'm going to use my final flash of genius to add a +4 to this.
All right. How does
roll.
your flash of genius work? Do you have to somatically do anything, or it just like snaps?
It just says it's one reaction.
Yeah. Oh yes, I say just snaps. That's fine.
Yeah.
It would just be something your eyes light up. You don't have to verbally or somatically do anything. That's good.
So straight strength.
Straight strength. Obviously
14.
As you go to pull yourself up, you're just like, all right, I got this. You're just like, and then
the
you slip
robot's
back
like
down.
steaming.
You give me a deck save.
Oh no! Oh, that was good. Dex. 17.
All right. You manage to just grab onto the rope, but the same thing happens. You hold onto it, and you don't fall all the way to the ground, but it does pull out that top pitten.
Ah, fuck's sake.
So I'm going to need another athletics to get yourself back up and
Come on.
hit that pitten back in. This will be a 7th pitten too, I think.
17.
17. You hit it in with ease, use the same hole. You just managed to, you managed to go in that little bit deeper. All right. Lastly, I need that straight strength roll. Come on, baby.
Oh, 18. Yes.
As you manage to do it,
Come on.
You know where you grabbed last time, and you know how you
Sure
stuffed up. You pull yourself up, straight up to the top.
And I like Rocky Balboa at the top. Yeah, I did it! I did it!
As you get to the top.
Like shadow boxing. Dun, dun, dun.
So now, from where you're standing, give me a perception check.
15.
Okay, so if you were to stand where you are and then you looked back to the west or the northwest, you can see where you came from. You can see little bits of tops of where the apple orchard was. You can see back to where the first came in on that observation deck. As you then follow the wall towards the south, you can notice the trees go all the way to the edge. There's nothing too familiar out that way. You follow that south wall all the way across to the east, and then You notice on the far eastern wall, there's another observation deck with what looks to be large tubes with big doorways in them. And then just a little bit closer to you, do notice a big lake in the middle, and that's everything you can see up there.
Nothing else kind of up here of interest.
Just jagged rocks, really.
Fair enough. Can I see the vines moving in and out of the trees? Like, can I see a point near our path where they're kind of not rustling shit or anything like that?
From where you see, give me an investigation check, and I'll allow you to look to get closer to the edge of the rock and look closer into the trees.
That's alright. That's alright. That is 27.
Okay. You notice that something's moving in between all the trees too. It looks pretty familiar to what you were looking at before.
The vines.
You would
The
assume
vines.
it's more vines.
Oh, guys, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Hey, Marek, do you see a way off?
Nope. That's all I got. There's nothing.
How are we supposed to get through then?
I just kind of look, and I just look to the Minotaur once, and I just recast Speak with Animals. And I talk to the middle one, the bigger one. I go, pardon me, what was your name again? Sorry.
My name? My name was Newell.
Neil. I was wondering if it's possible if you could fly me over all those vines over there, just so we can get out of here.
Fly? What's that?
So what you do is, you run, you're like a runner, and you start flapping your wings. But these can fly, right? They have wings?
They do have little wings, yes.
Yeah, cool. So, and then what you do is you flap them as hard as you can, and you try and jump. And hopefully, if you're strong enough and old enough, you might be able to propel yourself up in the air.
Okay. Okay. And you just see him sort of looking around, and he gets up on two legs, on his hind legs, and then he starts flapping his front legs.
Not your legs, but your wings on your back.
What, my wings? What are my wings?
And I go up and I touch them and I show them.
Oh, those. I don't know how to use them yet.
It's kind of like muscle memory. It's there. Just you need to really think about it. Think about that part of your body around your back near your spine, and then kind of connect one with yourself and try and imagine you're moving it without moving your arms and legs.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. He gets back on all fours, and then you see him, and you see his back just start like doing that from front to back.
Perfect, good start.
But his wings don't move.
That's fine. Try that. Keep trying that a little bit longer, and eventually you will get there.
You just see him going like this constantly with his back from like front to back, just body worming. And then you see Timothy and Liza trying to copy, but they're pretty much just like their butts just literally just bouncing up and down.
This is adorable from up here.
Too easy. As they do it, I'm going to sit down and watch as like a proud parent.
Papa. All right.
I'm gonna
Sorry, Perda.
climb back down.
All right, so you're gonna climb down. Yep, cool.
Yep. I'm just gonna walk back up to the group and be like, you guys know any idea how we can get out of here?
Well, Marek said there wasn't a way down from up there.
It's just
The
trees.
vines don't seem to move, and he tried to go through, and he ended up having twigs sticking out of him.
Or just through the trees. Have we tried talking to the vines? Do they have feelings?
I
Is
don't
that
talk to
something-
plants. That's drilled shit.
I'm gonna try and talk to the plant.
Okay.
Gonna go up to this group of vines. Hey, vines. Can you get out of the way, please? They do anything?
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
Give
No,
me
I
a
was
history
expecting
check
that to-
from you, Marek.
Oh, history check.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Try punching them.
Punching always works. 21.
21. You do remember seeing some weird drawings on the back of the cave. some of which did have trees with what looks like vines. You don't remember what they were, but you remember seeing something like that.
I'm gonna go back at the cave drawing and give it a deeper investigation and
Okay.
see if I can connect any of the dots about these vines.
All right, so you flick through the picture of what looks like the gun that you're holding. You flick then over to the next one. It has two trees with interlacing lines between them. And then the middle one has a U-shaped object with what looks like holes and drips coming out of it. And the third one has two trees with nothing in between them.
Okay, a U-shaped object with drips coming out of it.
Well, you think they're drips. There's just little lines that would almost simulate like a rain cloud, like you would see that on a weather map with the lines.
Right. I'm gonna pull out one of the firearms and aim it at the vines going down the path we haven't gone through yet, and pull the trigger.
Okay, so for that one there, I'm going to need 2 saves.
Oh God!
No,
Oh,
it wasn't
saves?
save. No, it was 2 checks.
Intellect checks. I'm pretty
Intelligence
sure.
checks, correct?
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. All right. Not bad. 15.
Yep.
And
Sorry, it's only
four.
one on the rifle. Sorry. So as you do that, you hold it up, and this light beam just shoots out and punches a hole in the bottom rung of vines there. So as you do notice, you still see those 2 lights flinging around the gun, but the number does drop down by 1 on the back of the rifle.
Pistol.
Pistol.
Is the hole big enough to go through, or has the hole been
It
repaired?
does look at it, but the closer you look at it, it seems to be getting smaller.
Alright, I'm just going to use all the big pistols here. However many shots I got left, alright, hang on. Guys, alright, everyone get close, guys. Come on, come get close. We've got to go through quick.
What are we doing?
I'm going to fire... Yeah.
Yep, go
so I'm explaining to the group. Alright, I'm going to fire these through the vines, and then as soon as that opening is there, we're going to go and not fuck around.
If you want, I could talk to them if you want.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds better. I put my guns away.
Well, why did you say that to begin with?
No one asked.
Well, what? Why'd you wait till now for?
Got a point.
Do we need to ask for you to fire on deadly creatures?
What made you think to fire the guns at it?
Looking at the cave drawings at the back, there was a gun, and then the trees, and then vines, and then a U-shaped thing with lines coming out of it, and then no vines with trees.
Would his description of a U-shaped object, picture with lines coming out of it, make me think of a bucket?
Give me an intelligence check.
Literally, just saying that makes me think of a bucket. But
I think it's the gun barrel shooting out a beam.
What's your intelligence?
No. That was in that one.
And that one, you're looking at it, and you think...
Yeah, he's probably got the right idea.
I mean, it might be right. Maybe it's like when you tip a gun onto its side and the bullet's dropping out.
Well, that's a cool way of shooting it.
All right, so Tribor.
I'm going to cast level 3 Speak with Plants.
Nice.
All right, yep.
We can.
And I go up to the tree that is blocking up half in front of us. And I go, excuse me, may I have a minute of your time?
Yes.
Hi there. I was wondering if it's possible if we could get through you. We have to get to a very important meeting.
Yes.
Ah, wonderful.
That's
and then as I say that, I'm going to start walking up the vines. So this lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
So you're gonna start scaling them?
Yeah, so I'm going to ask them, who happened to cast you here? Normally your vines are very non-aggressive.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oak Shadow
Oak Shadow. And I turn and go, it's Oak Shadow,
protects us.
Oh god.
that big tree guy from before.
Hey, Oak Shadow, let us through. I yell it out.
No
And I go,
response.
well, I know you can communicate to Oak Shadow through the tree. Are you able to summon him
Yes?
for me, please?
No.
What a jerk.
Very well, thank you for your time.
No love.
Yes.
And I look at the party and go, burn this fucking forest down.
Like a little baby. Pull my pistols out and I take all the shots through the holes, like as many as I can to make as big a opening as I can.
All right. So left hand. I want to check intelligence check.
In check for a 15.
15. All right. You shoot it, and then boom, the same size. So you're standing about 10 foot back. As you shoot it, a 5 foot wide, or a little bit larger than 5 foot wide hole opens up. And as you
gonna
can
run
see
and
it,
jump
in the
through
next 3 seconds, you can see the vines start to shrink in closer.
Yeah, so
and
as
over-
soon as that hole opens, it's just, like shoot the next one and like go.
Yep, Perda
I
jumps
take a
straight
run
through.
up and straight through because I'm tiny,
All right, give me a deck save as you jump through.
very, very, very small.
Give me a dex. Sorry, give me an acrobatics check as you go through.
I punt him
Okay,
through.
acrobatics. 14.
14, cool. You manage to make it through. It does happen to hook a couple bits of your clothes, and you get a couple little tears, but you get through pretty much unscathed to the other side.
Stings, like paper cut, sting.
So,
Cool.
so that's what. But Marek, how are you gonna get through?
Just you guys go through. I'll figure it out. And I got another shot.
And then
Wait, hold on. You've got 2 guns, yes?
I'm using both shots to open up like a double hole, essentially.
you shot once, and that opened up one hole.
Yeah.
So you're still
What if you-
holding that second one ready.
What if you give me one, and when I go through, I'll try and open up one on the other side for you.
How smart are you?
Smart enough.
Like
I don't
very,
I
very
don't
smart.
like what you're implying. I'm smart enough.
These guns
I don't like
require
what you're
smarts, and they if you're not smart enough to wield them,
Just
you
give
would
me
just
a gun.
waste the shot, and then there's nothing
He's,
left.
he's telling you he's smart enough. Give him the gun.
All right,
Just give me
fuck
the
it,
gun.
and give him one.
I'll take a gun. All right. Get the hole open, and I'll go through and try and get you back.
Second one.
And I signal off to the creatures to come follow me as well.
Yep. Okay. So you go to shoot that second shot. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So give me an int check.
For 24.
24. Perfect. You manage to shoot this one. Another number drops off it, so it drops down by 1 again. Still got the same 2 lights rolling around, and another 5 foot wide hole. Who's going to attempt to jump through this one?
I just run straight through.
You have the gun.
He needs him on
Yes,
the other side, though.
The idea is to get him back from the other side.
That's
Are you
why he took
both
the gun.
jumping through at the same time? I will happily take a dex check to see who gets through the quickest, who makes it through first.
A dex check?
Because I heard both of you say you were going to jump through. So I'd like
Yes.
a dex
Okay.
check from both of you, please. To see who was
That
quicker
is
than the other.
a 20.
Okay.
You pass.
Okay. All right. So you both just see the shot, and the thing was, Damaris was just that split second quicker. As you're both sprinting through, he jumps right past you, goes through. Give me an acrobatics check, Damaris.
Acrobatics. Okay. 17.
17. You're all good. You manage to jump straight through, and then as Tribor tries to jump through, the vines close up. He hits them and just falls back off.
How many shots do you have, Jacob?
I don't know. I'm still working it out as I go along, but I got 2 bars left on it, so I'm hoping at least 2 more.
When you first got it, it had a 10 written on the back of it in like digital writing.
Yeah.
However many times you've shot it is how many you've taken out.
It's at 6.
There you go. So you means you got. Well, you think, because it seems to be every time a light beam comes out, it drops down 1 number. You're smart enough to realize that that's your ammo essentially.
I think I've got 6 shots left. I'm hoping. I could be wrong, but
I'm gonna
So-
help Damaris off the ground and like dust him off a bit, mate. You're all right.
So why did he
That's
run
crazy.
through with the gun?
just in case we got stuck on the other side, he could shoot it through the other side. I don't know.
Well, what happened?
He
if
was
his
very
gun was
insistent
empty?
on the gun. What was that?
What happens if the gun was empty?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I think it still had 8 shots left in it because I used that one less. Because I used this one to test it out first.
But how do you know you have 10?
Well, that's what the number has on it. I'm assuming because every time I take a shot, the number goes down.
Well, fingers crossed he actually is smart enough to handle it.
Yeah, well, you were insistent on giving it to him. You said he was clearly smart enough.
Well, I was actually going to expect him to stay on this side.
I was.
Oh.
I then try and shout out, "All right, send the next one through."
Let's go.
All right,
And I sort of back up a little bit from where I landed.
perfect.
Another one.
Okay, let's go for that shot. Give me an int check.
Ooh, 9.
9.
See?
Okay, as you go to shoot, you hear it load up, and then
God damn it.
those 2 lights that you had on there now go to 1 light. And that was a 9, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, you now have disadvantage on your next check
Fuck.
with that gun.
Yeah.
You don't know that though.
Fair enough. Well, I'm just gonna go again anyway because I don't know. So.
All right, give me an
And
int
take
check.
another shot at disadvantage. Oh, it's not even that bad at disadvantage. It's 19.
19. That's a
15 and a
success.
19.
That's a success. All right, as you go to shoot it, blows another hole in there. Another
Good
number
Tribal,
ticks
go.
off.
Go, Tribal, go.
I had through with the critters.
Go, little
All right.
babies.
Tribor runs, and because those manticores, they're pretty quick on their feet, they manage to make it through as well before the vines start to close up. So now
Good, you made it through.
you've basically got
Hey,
Tribor,
Sam.
Perta, Damaris on one side, and then you got Marek on the other side still.
See where you shop.
Yeah, boy. Last fire, hopefully. So that's down to 5 ammo count. Okay, let's shoot it. Oh, fuck.
Wait, you don't have any shells.
Yeah, I do. Oh, 4 left.
You had
I've still got 1 ring left and 5 shots left.
So what it had when he first, just to give you guys the idea, when he first had the rifle, there was 4 glowing lights rolling around it in these little energy-looking tubes. And then at the back of it, imagine Duke Nukem style, you could see the top of the gun and it had the number of how many ammo was there. So 10 to begin with. So he's down to 5 on this one, 8 on the other one. The one that Damaris has currently has 2 glowing lights on it. The one that Marek has 1 glowing light on it. It's a bit weird, but it's almost like every time it fails, one of those glowing lights disappears.
Yeah, so this was another fail, by the way.
What number was that?
4.
As you go to
6.
as you go to
That's
shoot.
much better.
Okay, as you go to shoot that last one, you cock it back and it goes, and the light disappears, and then all of a sudden you start to hear a dit, 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 ping, and then a goes off in your hands as this gun just disintegrates. So that beam of energy that was shooting out of the gun now just explodes around it. I
Awesome.
need you to make a con save, please.
So if you fail, you don't have hands, right?
I hope so. I can
build
always
in
make
some more.
hands. I'm an
Build in
artificer.
some more.
Con?
Con save, please.
Well, lucky I have a +8 con. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22.
Lucky. All right. As it blows out of your hand, because you're holding it with your right hand as you go to shoot,
Yeah.
it just expands and it just pushes your hand all the way to the right.
My arm comes off. I gotta go get that.
You will take 2 fire damage from that.
I'm resistant to fire, so I'll take 1.
There you go, 1 fire damage, and your hand is now charred black.
I go walk over to the tree with like -1 arm and go pick up my other arm off the ground. Motherfucker.
So your
Alright,
arm
what
didn't
was
fly
that?
off; it just flew back, as in like.
What was that, Marek? Are you okay?
I had to go pick my arm up, but look, it's working. And like, why my arm up? Make sure it's okay. All right, I'm still good.
When that explosion went off, did that do anything to the vines, or was it?
It did nothing to the vines.
No. Okay.
But Marek did notice that any remnants. Did your body have skin on it as well as metal, or was it all metal?
Nah, it's all metal.
Just plain metal wood, composite.
She's all metal.
Perfect. All right. Well then, yeah, you just notice that there are like massive black char marks, and then as you go to try and wipe it away, you notice that you now have that shiny patina to your fingers, like when you heat up a metal and it gets that like blue,
discolored.
orange, black
Yeah.
sort of discoloration
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
on your
Your
hand
hand's
from where the
tempered. That's
explosion.
cool.
Yeah.
It's my new camo. It's a skin unlock.
Can you still get through?
I'm all out of gun. The gun's gone.
All right.
You need to shoot through. Don't shoot me. Shoot where
I'll
we're
try
going
my
through
side.
before. And I'll move out of the way from where we're shooting before so he can shoot through.
I take a step back again, and I sort of look for the spot that I came through, and I try and fire a shot to try and open a hole for Marek to get through.
Mhm.
Is that an int check?
Int check, please.
22.
Oh, big boy.
All right, that's a success. You go to shoot.
Then Smith dies.
Just shoot straight through. Same 5-foot hole. Marek, give me a dex save.
What? Man. Come on.
Well, he doesn't know where he's shooting. He's just shooting through there.
Oh, fuck. I got that one.
All right. So as you're standing there, all of a sudden, Marek, all you hear is a, and then all of a sudden this bright light just shoots through the trees, and then it just manages to hit the side of your face, and where your right ear would be is now all melted.
I feel like a nat 1 is taking that to the chest like Goku.
So your right ear is now melted. But there is a hole there.
I dive through the hole, like holding my fucking melted ear.
Straight through the hole. All right, you make your way onto the other side.
We should have worked this out better. You just fucking got me.
I fired where you were firing, where I came through.
Any damage from that last shot as well?
Sorry, yes. 5 points of fire damage.
2.
I think it was meant to be radiant, but fuck it. I went with fire. It's going with that now.
We're all through.
I'm pretty sure. That's the one I'm resistant to that as well. So it wouldn't have made a difference.
Where
good
to
then.
now? Where to now, guys?
Look at my fucking ear. Melted bit.
Now you
Reminds me of
notice
this
that.
guy once knew. Name was Van. Reminds me of this my mate Van.
You're a fucking idiot.
Took you a while, fuck's sake.
I've got it.
It's been a long day.
So, Marek, you do notice that for some reason, whenever someone says anything, you can only hear it from the left side of your body.
What?
You can hear, but only from the left side.
I like turn my head to hear people now. God damn it.
Yeah, sorry about that. It was.
No, we should have worked that out better.
I just fired where I came through.
Alright.
Hey, it worked and you got through, didn't you?
We're here.
I told you I was smart enough.
We're alive. That's the important thing.
All right,
Shit happens. Let's keep going.
Tribor, give me a perception check. Or what's your passive perception?
Passive is 12.
12. Sorry, it might have been Marek. What was your passive perception?
15.
No, definitely
Damaris
wasn't you.
had the massive
Damaris
one.
had the big one.
Damaris had the massive
Damaris.
21.
Actually, both of you would have heard. Damaris and Marek, you would have heard a beep, bitty bop, 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 bitty bop, bop, and you just see one of those lawn bots coming across the ground again, over to this direction.
Oh, it's one of those lawn bot things, guys.
Does it look like the lawn bot has an ear?
No. It's literally
Okay.
just, it looks like your vacuum, just square, just going along. Meep, pop, pop, pop.
I want to take its ear if it has one.
It has not got an ear.
Damn it! I will repair myself.
Alright.
Is that all we see as we make our way this way?
Give me a perception check.
Uh,
Whoever
that
wants to
is
look around.
an 18.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright, you're the...
Um,
Perdo?
17.
17. Alright, so you both happen to notice from the corner of your eye, or actually you notice straight away that it's a dead end.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But secondly, you do notice in this corner, there is a metal box about 5 foot by 2 foot in diameter.
Hey, Pro, did you see that?
It looks metal. Do we get closer, or could it be a trap? You think maybe?
Let's go check it out, I guess. We just
Alright.
gotta get past this thing doing
I'm
the
gonna-
grass.
I'm gonna walk up cautiously,
Okay.
checking for traps.
Alright.
Not that I'm any good at checking for
Give me a... What was the trap check? Intelligence? No.
Survival.
Survival. Alright, give me a survival check.
I'm gonna try and time where the bot's going the other way and try and walk behind the bot.
Yep, once again it's
19.
moving quite
Like
slowly.
we did previously.
Yep, that's fine.
You just gotta-
Okay, so
Very well done.
there's no traps. You don't find anything. Nothing you can notice. You do make your way, both of you, make your way up to the box. And it's just a large box, quite rusty. And it's got an excessive amount of grass sort of growing around the edges of it.
Still don't like this. I kick it.
You kick it. It shambles, so it just bounces along and then moves back, so it rocks back and forth. You do hear something loose inside.
Can
Sounds
you
like
open it?
rocks.
It's not a mimic, so at least we're alright in that sense.
Can you open it?
I gotta let the dog out.
I'm gonna get on my knees and or get on one knee and kind of just try and open it.
Alright, as you go to open it, you open it up, and there's what looks like a bunch of circular, shiny, metallic rocks.
Right, this is shit, and I can just close it and I just get up and walk away. Fuck bullshit.
Okay?
Not very smart.
What was in there?
It's just fucking some shiny rocks. It's a waste of our bloody time.
Very, very smooth, shiny rocks.
Why would there be rocks in a box locked in a forest?
I don't know.
Did you pick any of them up?
I don't know, because I just saw the rocks and I just closed the box and cracked the shits and walked away. Because
I'll walk back. I'll get closer to it, open it, and pick up one of the rocks. And is there anything short of the smoothness of the rock? Is there any sort of
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Runes or anything engraved on it?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
That's 6 plus 7, 13.
13. Alright, you do notice not quite a rune, but a thumbprint. Like what would almost fit a long skinny thumb. Like a little hollowed out section that's almost the right shape for your thumb.
Nice fat thumbs. Just sort of looking at it, I just put my thumb on it.
You put your thumb on it. As you put your thumb on it, your finger, almost as if you were shining a torch straight under your nail, it glows. Yeah. You got normal coloured skin, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
maybe slightly wrinkly, but yeah, it's normal colour.
Well, you get that light as if you're shining a torch straight underneath your finger, and it lights up a little bit as you're holding your thumb onto it.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Is there any other indentations for my other fingers?
That's all that's on there, just that thumb put.
Odd. I want to have a look at the rest of the rocks and see if they all have the same.
Are you still holding this other one?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're still holding the other one, you notice you scrounge around and you see 9 more rocks inside there, all with the same thumbprint or thumb hollowed out section.
I'm gonna grab another one and put my thumb in another one.
All right, same thing happens as you put your thumb on that one lights up your thumb too. You're now holding these 2 rocks with your thumbs inside them.
Hey guys, I found some rocks with like thumb indents in them.
Should we stick our fingers in all of them? Light them all up?
Can't hurt, I guess. It just seems to light my thumb up. So I take my thumbs out of them and I just scrounge up the rest of the rocks.
You take your thumbs out?
Yeah.
Give me a perception. Oh, your passive perception. As you take your thumbs out, you notice that where the light was, it still stays there, but then it starts blinking.
On both of them?
The blinking starts going faster and faster and faster.
Put your thumbs back in!
I put my thumbs back in.
The blinking stops.
My gun did the same thing before it exploded.
The fuck was that?
Oh. Let me try something. I'm sort of carrying them both in my hands. I want to walk back towards the vines.
Mm-hmm.
If I take my thumb off it, does it start blinking again?
Yep. But it blinks faster and faster at the fast stage.
I want to take my thumb off and throw it at the vines.
Okay, you take your thumb off and you throw it at the vines. Now, give me an intelligence check.
All right. Nat 20. Ooh.
Nat 20. You would notice that you've had your thumb off it for 5 seconds. When all of a sudden you hear an explosion and it rips a 20-foot hole inside the vine area.
I run through.
And as you start to do that,
well.
the vines start to close back up again.
I'm
Because
sure
you guys were all at the box when he did that, and then he's come over and thrown it in there.
Yeah, we all run through.
You've got like grenades, man.
Keeping my thumb in that one, because obviously taking my thumbs off, putting them back on.
Yep.
I sort of went out of panic. I didn't actually grab them out. I go back to grab the rest of the rocks out of the.
So you've still got your thumb on one of them.
On one, yep.
All right, so you grab 8 more out of there and you put them into your bag.
I sort of just like one by one, sort of put them in my bag.
All right, now give me an intelligence check. Two intelligence checks as you're picking them all up.
Okay. First one is an 18.
Good.
So that's topped. Damn it, that was a 20. Second one is a 9.
Okay. As you go to pick them up, you're all good. You put them all into your bag. You now have 8 more of these shiny explosive rocks.
Yep.
And one's still in your hand. Whilst Marek, Perder, and I'm going to take an assumption here. Tribor and the Manticores have gone through.
Alright, I want to then come back and see if the vines have closed up.
Yep.
And if they have, I want to take my thumb off and throw the other one.
Alright, so hold on a second. So hold that action. Go back about 10 seconds. Once he puts his headphones on, continue again.
Yep. Okay.
So Tribor, what's happened at the moment, Tribor? Just give you a quick breakdown. Damaris here picked up one of these shiny rocks and he put his thumb on it. They lit up. You were here for that. When he took his thumb off, it started flashing. All right. He then threw that rock into the vines. It exploded and ripped open a big 20-foot hole. The other two ran through, Marek and Perder. Yourself, the Manticores, and Damaris are still on the other side, and Damaris has one more in his hand he's about to do something with.
Okay.
So I've thrown that. I've gone and collected the rest of the rocks into my bag. I come back to the vines, and I take my thumb off and throw the second one at the vines.
Yep. You throw the second one in.
I step back.
In the span of 3 seconds, 1, 2, another big explosion. 20-foot circle.
Let's go.
Opens up.
Let's go.
All running through.
Let's go.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So.
Alright. We at least have a way out now, guys.
And the vines start to close back up again. You then get to the next run.
Alright. guys. I think we all should be able to get through this. I pull one out. I put my thumb on it. I take my thumb off. 1, 2, throw it.
Throws it
Stand
in.
back.
4, 5. Another explosion. 20-foot hole opens up.
And I charge, hopefully, everybody through.
You all manage to sprint through. Tribor, give me a 3 dex saves from your manticores, please.
Yep, can do. What are the
Cool
stats?
biz.
So, I'm gonna tell you they got a +1. So let's say Timothy, the small one. Sorry, Liza was first.
Yep. So the first one is, let's me roll, is a 13.
Yep. Okay.
Second one is a 11.
Okay.
And the third one is a natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay, so Liza manages to run through. As Newell, the bigger one, is running through, he starts to get stuck through the vines. And then Timothy gets stuck behind them. You start hearing it as these vines close up on the last two. So you've still got one manticore with you, and they start enwrapping them, and you just turn back and you see the other two just getting wrapped up, and almost as if a boa constrictor has just grabbed them and just started to compact on them.
Jesus.
I gotta like start hacking at the vines or something. Try and
Yeah, if
pull
I
a
said
little
this,
hand axe.
I'm gonna start
You're going to start hacking.
trying to help.
As you start cutting through them, the vines just keep coming back thicker and thicker and thicker.
Still doing it. Like
Yep.
crying as I do it. No!
Within probably the next 10 to 15 seconds, the cries stop. And
Oh, no.
you look at the ground as a liquid starts to pour out. It is red in colour.
Fuck.
As the liquid pours out, the vines, they untangle and they start to open up again.
What?
And the pathway is now clear.
Oh, maybe we needed
Wanted
to
blood?
offer a sacrifice.
This is not a sacrifice I wanted to offer. They're little babies.
It's completely unwilling. We didn't mean for that to happen. They just Tribor didn't do a great job looking after them.
Well, I wouldn't say that had anything to do with Tribor personally, but he did nothing wrong there. They're just not quick. Timothy's clumsy. They're puppies.
Killer strikes again.
So everyone
I
else has
wanna-
made it through.
Hang on, guys. Are the bodies there or they've disappeared?
The bodies are not there.
Oh, damn it.
But give me Tribor and Marek. Give me a wisdom check, please. Just a straight wisdom save. Sorry,
save.
wisdom check. Sorry, not save, just wisdom check. Sorry, it's my
6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
17. So nothing clicks onto you, Marek, but Tribor, you start to think and you're like, hold on. There was blood coming out. Back in the cave, it showed 2 trees with vines. Then it showed a U-shaped object with lines coming out the bottom of it. And then it showed 2 clear paths. 2 trees with a clear path. You start to think, what if that middle one is a bucket and the lines coming out the bottom was water? Maybe I needed to water these plants.
Well,
Cool. And I just
aggression
turn the
is
party,
key.
and I just turn the party and go, oh, it's a damn shame. I was going to raise them and sell them.
Well, can we not sell them?
I am the Manticore Queen.
Well, they're my children. I can do what I want.
Whoa. Hang on. Why are you just taking possession of them?
Sell your children?
Do you
This is-
speak their tongue?
Well, you don't either, only for like 10 minutes.
How do you know what spells I can conjure?
It seems logical. I've seen other druids cast the same thing.
How many druids have you met in your time?
6.
All of them.
All
For a
the
man who can't remember yesterday, it's very impressive.
I have my flashes.
Brilliant.
Flashes of genius.
Look,
Well,
I'd feel real bad if we sold this one now.
It's not now. Do you see a buyer around here?
But like, I don't want to sell it after everything that happened.
I'll give you $5 a Manticore.
It's not your property. It's okay. You don't have to worry about it.
All right,
I
guys.
still don't feel good about this.
Let's push back past Oak Shadow. We can't really go any other way.
I don't know.
We can go back up to the main area and see if there's a path that way.
On our merry old jig. Oh, we didn't go down.
That's what I'm referring to.
Oh, downtown.
Oh, look, you're better in these situations than I am, Tribor. So
Downtown.
So, Jacob, do you want me to stay in front, or are you just going to go through and get attacked?
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey, if you keep going forward, Chris is going to drop something on you.
Probably. Let's do it.
I'll bring up the rear.
So I'm going to still be 15 feet ahead of the party the entire time.
Okay, as you guys keep walking, get about halfway down, you hear another beep boop bop beep boop beep bop boop, and you see another out of the trees, another lawn bot, just going along,
These bloody things.
just trimming,
man, these things,
just keeping the hedges nice and clean. Manscaping 3.0.
they're doing a great job.
I really don't like them. They annoy me.
As I get
Keeping
to
the
this,
grass short though.
as I get to this shrub area in front of me,
Yes.
I pour out some water and I take a sip and I go, I'm not sure how we're going to get through this. And I go to offer some water to Eliza, but what I do is I accidentally flick a bit of the water towards the plants, like unsuspiciously, just to kind of like, oops, my bad, just test the
Okay.
theory.
So as you go to drop a little bit of the water on there, the vines start to and just sort of shrink away, and it starts
And
to
as
open
they
up a path.
to shrink away, I start speaking like just random dwarfish words and just hybrid
Okay.
things. And I go, I think my speaking with plants works, guys.
Give me a deception check with advantage. And anyone else who doesn't want to believe him, I'll need a insight check with disadvantage.
Well, that's a first to start off with a natural 20.
Oh boy!
Easy to
So,
win.
and I roll with the advantage, and that's so natural 20. So
All right. Anyone who
And I don't
doesn't
think-
want to listen to him,
I don't think anyone really has a reason not to believe me. So
that's
I believe
it.
him anyway.
Perfect. All right. As you see Tribor witness this miracle of just speaking, the vines, probably the next 20 to 30 feet of vines, just start to and just shrink away back into the trees. You guys can now get to about here, before where Tribor is, before you're met by another bunch of vines.
So what I do is, since I've noticed that this works, I'm going to douse my water in the hands, and I go, to fully connect with the plants, you need to make sure you have a wet surface. And as I'm kind of saying stuff, I'm kind of flicking my hands out, kind of like, like the priests do on Sunday with the holy water.
Yeah,
like,
with that.
yeah, like that. And that's
Church of
kinda what I'm
Hillsong
doing.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, just
Alright.
trying to like make room by just basically bullshitting my way through the plants.
As you start doing that, you the same thing happens. You start saying these dwarvish words, and then all of a sudden the vines start to move away. You get to about here now.
Yep.
Okay.
And
And
same thing happens if possible.
same thing. You continue to do that. Okay.
Really-
Now, as
really
you do
laying
that,
it on, hey?
the next 20 goes back. As you get to here, Tribor,
Yep.
and Damaris, I would like dex saves from both of you two, please. Oh, and Marek, since you're in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Deck
you know
save. All right.
And
Dex save.
Perder as well.
No, Perder seems to be hanging back.
So yeah, good luck trying to. Oh, and now he's there.
I just moved him up then, but Perder was hanging back. I let you guys all move into there, so
Yeah, that's fine.
dex
save?
save from the three of you, please.
11.
Nat 20 plus 10 is 30.
Okay, and Tribor.
Jeez.
23.
All right. Tribor and Damaris, as you start to walk forward, you notice that the ground is not as stable as you thought, so you quickly dive ahead, pshoom, jump over to this side, pshoom, jump up to there.
Okay.
And then, but Marek, unfortunately, you're in the
that thing
center
right
there,
that I'm seeing.
and then all of a sudden, the ground just collapses beneath you,
Ah, motherfucker.
and you fall about 10 feet down.
Yep.
I would then need
shit.
a acrobatics check. Excuse me. To see if you get shish kebab.
13.
13. All right. You managed to dodge. There was, as you fall down, there was a bunch of just spikes, all just random directions. You managed to land on about 3 or 4 of them and break them, but you do manage to get one stuck right through the side of you. You will take 6 points of piercing damage
Oh.
straight through your side. And this beam that is, or spike that has penetrated your lower stomach cavity, is holding you in place. You can't seem to pull yourself out of it.
God damn it.
It's at an odd angle. As you do try and pull yourself out, it just hurts more and more.
I get this axe and I try and like hack away at it.
Seeing
Yep.
Marek fall through this hole, I'm going to run up to the edge and be like, you all right down there?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I start hacking away at
Yeah. Give me an attack roll.
it. Sure.
Sorry, just give me damage. You're only hacking there.
Yeah. There's a D6. 6.
All right. So each hack you hit at it, you feel it stabbing yourself more and more. Every swing, you take 1 point of piercing damage. And it takes you 3 swings, and you manage to snap the base of it.
I get up with it still on my side.
Yep, it's still
it's fine.
protruding out the side of you. Now, give me a perception check. Because you're now going to have a look at this thing that's sticking out your side.
Perception 9.
Okay. You notice it has barbed pieces hanging out of it. Almost similar to what
not
you would
nice.
see on a fishing hook.
Right. Is the diameter that's going through the other side, so it's pierced like through, yeah?
It's piercing through, so it's coming through your right-hand side, and it's coming out your stomach section.
Is the diameter the same at the front and the back?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
I pull it out the front, just yank it all the way
Pull
through.
it out the front. All right.
So now
You
the hooks
take
are going
another
to rip.
2 piercing damage as you
so
pull
now
it
the
through.
hooks are ripping it through.
Yep.
So, jeez.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Sorry, guys. Robots don't bleed.
seeing that we have just avoided that, I'm gonna have a quick look around to see at the ground and sort of the surrounding areas, see if there's maybe anything else that might cause us harm if we interact with it unknowingly.
Anything else? Okay. Give me a perception check as you look around and see if there is anything there.
25.
25. 25 is a good check. So that one there, you don't happen to notice anything. You do notice that there were vines, and they're all sort of retreating after Tribor has said his words. They're all still retreating, clearing up the path. You do happen to notice to your right about there, you do happen to notice where did I have that written down? So that one there is what looks like a mask that is purple in colour with tendrils sort of sticking down the bottom.
Interesting. I'm gonna head over to it. Hey guys, there's a mask of some sort over here.
Good.
I'm gonna pick it up and just sort of look at it, and then, does this look familiar to any of you?
Is it a mask of healing?
I don't know. I can't check that.
As you, sorry, 1 second, man. As you turn the mask around to show everyone, you notice that there is there's like a tube that runs around the whole external of the mask, but on the inside. So as to where you would wear it, it's on the inside.
Yeah.
Now, on that has one glowing light, which just seems to be tracing the edge of it.
Is that glowing light similar to like the light that was on the gun?
Correct. Tribal, what were you saying, sorry?
How are the brushes reacting to me not consistently doing my ritual? So were they just fine for Terry to move over there, or?
As you put your last bit of water, that cleared the rest of it out. As you did your last words, I should say.
Yeah, so this whole entire area is no more shrubs, right?
No more vines. I just can't get rid of them because I
easy.
put it in a different way.
Yeah, I was just worried that it's just like Terry walks off and then gets attacked by 15 vines.
No. You guys are all good. You're all good.
Sweet.
It's kind of cool mask. What do you guys think I'll look like if I put it on? You think it'll look cool?
Stupid.
I'll put the mask on.
As you put the mask on, you feel it start to it starts to form tighter and tighter to your face, and it then starts to encompass your whole head, and then seals your whole head all around your neck, and it just covers the whole lot. The tendrils are sticking down there, and they just sort of splopping around.
Yeah, this is kind of cool.
As you
I have a
breathe,
helmet now.
It's like you're breathing some of the freshest, cleanest air you've ever breathed before.
And also spider eggs. You're going to have a chest burster come out the center. I want to use that barbed spike to help me climb out of this trap
It's
pit.
so fresh. You guys smell how fresh it is around here?
To me, Merrick, you need a hand? I suppose I'm on the wrong side of the pit.
You can help me get at the top.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna turn my glaive around and I'm gonna hold it 3/4 towards the pointy end, and I'm gonna give him the blunt end to try and pull him out of this hole.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You
kind of get
can
me up the side.
You can do that pretty easy. Now it brings you out onto this side of the hole. Unfortunately, the hole is 15 foot wide.
I could probably jump that.
Good jump that.
Don't stuff it up. Yep.
You say that now.
I could jump that. Is there a way I can shimmy around the hole, through the trees a bit, and kind of get over a shorter side of it?
You look at them, and towards the edge of the hole, it looks like it's closer to 10 foot, but it looks like if you don't quite get your jump right, you may end up scratching yourself as you were before when you tried to push through the trees.
Damaris, grab this rope, and I huck him some rope. I'm gonna tie the rope to myself. Now, when I jump, so when I jump across, just hold onto the rope so I don't fall into the hole.
All right.
Okay.
So I get full distance back, full tether of the rope, and I just start sprinting. And I'm gonna go for a jump at the 10-foot section.
All right, let's go. Give me a athletics check.
All right, let's do this.
You're gonna try and do some long jump.
Hey, nat 20. Yeah, boy. Nat 20 plus 4, 24. Yeah,
all right.
Boy.
Smashes it. You take your step back. You just start running. As you're running, you're wrapping the rope more around your arm. You're multitasking, trying to keep it nice and taut. As you run, you just long jump, and you manage to make it past Tribor. You almost land on his friend.
Second trap
at the moment, which is Liza. But you manage, as you see it, you land, and you're like, whoop, and you jump, and you do a little roll over the top of him.
Yeah, I spring off and somersault.
Little commando roll, and then you stand up, and you're like, hey! And
I
that was
put my hand
perfect.
through the hole. Ta-da!
You make it over fine.
That was really impressive, man. Do you like my
I'm
mask?
I'm clapping from the other side of the hole. I'm like, bravo, bravo.
The mask is weird.
When I talk, do the tendrils move?
The tendrils move. Now, what I want everyone else to simulate, what you're actually hearing from him is you can't actually understand it.
Hang on, what?
You can't understand.
Hey, what are you trying to say? We can't hear you. Take off the mask.
All of you guys
I can hear them normally?
Yeah, you can hear them fine. You can actually hear them perfectly fine. But everyone else, when you're talking, all they're hearing is...
Zoidberg.
Yeah,
Basically,
Maris,
basically.
Are you speaking octopus? You sound really weird.
What do you mean? You can't understand me?
I don't understand what he's saying.
Hmm.
Can you take the
I
mask
do.
off?
Well, I can try.
I think you could be cursed.
I try to take the mask off.
You can't seem to get your finger under anywhere, or you can't find
Well,
an unhook or anywhere that has something to pull off.
I throw some water on it.
You throw some water at it,
Yeah.
nothing happens. It just starts dripping in water.
Hey,
But it doesn't affect your breathing at all.
What if I try and talk in a different language? I try talking Elvish.
Okay, yep.
Can you guys hear me now if I talk in a different language?
So what you're basically hearing everyone else, it's it's just slightly higher pitched and more assertive.
Tribor, can you talk to the mask and get it off with your talk plant thing? Is that
No,
a
I
thing?
don't think it's a plant. I don't think this is a plant. I think you might be cursed.
Well, you're up Ship Creek.
Alright, well, let me have a look, Simon.
Hey, Perdor, it's your turn to jump across, and I like throw the rope over, and I'm like, I'll make sure I'll pull you across.
I walk up to the edge and I like lob my halberd over because I can't jump carrying something that's taller than I am.
Actually, how much do you reckon you weigh? I wonder if I could just pull you across.
Probably could, but I don't want to swing into the spikes.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, one pull head first, it's spiked dead.
So,
No, if we all just run really fast,
all
we're
right,
essentially just
all
sort
right,
of skate.
no worries. I tie it around my waist. I'm like, give me some slack, but when I jump, pull it tight. And
So
it's like,
I'll match myself with his running, and then I'll run with him, kind of thing. So when he jumps, I'll be pulling him across at the same time.
Okay, I like this.
so
I like this.
I'm gonna step back like 10 feet, and I'm gonna take a running jump.
Athletics with advantage, since Marek is giving you a hand to pull you across.
Let's go, little man.
Oh, big rolls. Actually, a big roll and a shit roll. So advantage 25.
Perfect. You're as you go to run, you kind of jump up, and as you go to jump up, you get halfway across, and you're almost looks like you're not going to make it. But as that happens, Marek picks up speed, and he manages to get that little bit of slack and pulls it in taut. And then as it does that, it sort of snaps you forward, and you sort of go as it pulls you forward over the top, and then you land nicely.
We just
on the
snap strapped you across.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Bungee pull someone. Sweet. Oh,
So you make it across.
Great job, guys. That was awesome.
Go over and high five him. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, that hurt my back. Oh,
I guess it's a high five for him and a low five for me.
Yeah. I have to jump. To get my high five.
All right.
Untie the thing and I here's your rope back, and I
Thanks,
pick up my glaive and let's
Back in the
head
back.
on. I guess.
All right, guys, I'll follow you.
What?
What?
I don't know.
You guys understand me. Do any of you guys have pen and paper?
What?
Anything?
What?
Ah,
Speak English.
oh, this is rough.
Can you speak common? Gee.
What if I like grab the tendrils and lift them up? Does that? Hey,
Oh,
hey, can anyone hear me if I do this?
Does
That's some
nothing. Still
upskill
has the
action.
same sound.
What?
is there any like markings or inscriptions or anything on the outside of the mask now that he's wearing it?
On the back of the mask. Oh, actually no. As he lifted up those tendrils, you do happen to notice a circular point here with a bunch of little holes in it, and it seems to be that's where, whenever he talks, that's where the voice is coming out of, and as he's breathing, there's air coming out of that.
Yeah. So his mouth there. Wait, can I see his mouth through the holes?
Nope.
I want to get a stick. I'm gonna lift up the tendrils and poke in those little holes.
What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Poke, poke, poke.
As you go to poke through the holes, you do manage to find a small enough stick. As you go to poke through the holes, it seems to go in maybe 1 or 2 mil, and then that's it. It stops.
So does it feel squishy or like?
It's hard to gather from what
like
you're doing
solid?
at the moment. It's weird. It's like you're pushing. Give me a nature check.
All right. I like this. I don't like this. 9.
You're not sure. It feels like something that you used to find on the side of a river, but you can't quite think of what it is.
This is weird. If I get one of the pittons out and like scratch at it a bit or something, can I like get a hole through?
No, it doesn't move. It doesn't budge. It doesn't get bigger. It doesn't get smaller. And your pitten is too big to fit through. These holes are like 3 to 4 mil wide.
So like tiny screwdriver holes.
Tiny screwdriver holes. That's it.
What about one of the tentacles? If I shove a tentacle in there,
Tentacle is like bigger than my middle finger.
I just mash it.
Waffle stomp it.
All
Bite the
Damaris feels is you just grabbing these tentacles and his face just getting pushed back.
I don't think it's working. Whatever.
I think he said it's working. I think he said it's working.
No, it's not. And I sort of just like pull my head away.
All right, fine. You're stuck.
I don't know. You guys don't understand me. Let's go that way. And I'm
What?
further down.
You can see him clearly pointing, but it's just as he's pointing down in this direction.
Tribal, do you want to lead the path? I don't want to fall in holes
Yeah.
again.
Sounds good. It's going to keep on. Also, I got to head off soon, so just head up. I'm going to have to do this third part.
I'll follow the back. I'll follow the party at the back.
All good.
Yeah, definitely chilling towards the back.
Following tribal.
Just consistently follow till we see a thing called the guard bot.
Okay, as you get to about there, Tribor, all of a sudden this this 4-posted metal object, it looks how's the easiest way to explain this?
Like a sentry turret?
No, it's pretty close. But actually, I had this one written down here because I knew I was gonna fucking forget this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. So basically what you're seeing at the moment is roughly a 12-foot tall metal structure with 4 angular legs or stabilizers coming out, one each corner. And it's just tall and cylindrical. Now, as you get closer to it, all of a sudden you see a head pop out from the top of the cylinder, and you see 2 arms, and they start aiming towards you.
God.
One
It's Horizon.
with a rifle in it, looks bigger than the version of that pistol you guys found. And another one looks very similar to the pistol that you found, but it has green lights going around it. And it has like a 3-dish sort of look to the end of it, 3 circular fins at the end of the rifle or the end of the gun.
I instantly put up my hands and go, "Oh, we mean you no harm. We're lost and we're trying to find our way out."
Ah, gosh. Then all of a sudden it just locks straight to you and goes, "Halt. Contaminated alien fauna are not permitted on the specimen deck. Please depart immediately or be subject to mandatory disintegration. You have 15 seconds to comply."
Hey,
Well, guys, I think we might have to fight something.
Run
Damaris,
away!
throw a
Run
rock at it.
away!
Damaris, throw a rock at it.
I'm gonna run away.
Just gonna step off to the side.
I'm running. I'm running back the way we came.
Damaris, throw a grenade at it.
Oh! I'll pull out a grenade, put my thumb on it, let my thumb go, and throw it at the guard bot.
Alright, so as you see to there, then all of a sudden you hear it go, "Exterminate, exterminate." And as it says that, you just see this explosion go off in front of it. It then takes...
I hope this guard bot didn't have any family.
Takes dead damage. And then we discover little guard bot babies.
Building the army.
Okay, so that one there. And then you just see a massive dust cloud there. For some reason, you didn't see that dust cloud before. It's almost like the vines absorbed all that gas and whatnot that came out. This one here, you can see a massive dust cloud. And it's just sort of settling there. You still can't see where this robot is.
I sort of try and move into the trees and sort of like peer around a tree.
Yeah, behind a trunk or something.
All right.
Oh,
As
yeah,
you move around to the tree, you peer. As the dust starts to settle, you start to see a shadow of this robot still sitting there, standing there. And
Does
then
it
as the dust
look
settles,
slightly damaged?
it looks charred. As the starts to come down, you see it just sitting there, and there's like little chunks of metal missing, and it's dinted and whatnot. But it's still sitting there, and you just see its head just going, trying to scan around and see where you guys are.
Fucking fucks.
Peering from behind the tree, can I sort of gauge how long it takes to peer from one side to the other? Is it sort of like sort of like a quick scan, or is it sort of like a slow scan?
It would take about 5 seconds, and it's scanning from here to here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time it gets to there, and then just keeps going back.
I sort of want to wait till it's heading back, and its vision's about here, heading back that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to charge up another grenade and throw another grenade at it.
Okay. Give me an attack roll on that one.
All right. Plus what?
Sorry, attack roll on
Plus
that one
anything?
is just a straight roll with these.
Just a
Actually, no.
straight roll?
Give me add your dex modifier to it because it'll be a thrown weapon.
17.
17. That makes it. Now, as you throw that next one, it all of a sudden looks straight to the ground and then looks back up, trying to find where you were as another grenade launch goes off. Okay, that one there. Yep, as you look at it, it's more and more deformed. One of its legs is sort of bent in a little bit more, and it's not quite sitting straight, but then it just goes back to scanning. But it's looking a lot more deformed.
Use half these things. 1, 2, 3. I've used 4 of the 10, you said, yeah?
10, correct.
Yeah, alright, so there's 6 left.
Alright, stand back, guys. Can I get a dex save from this thing, please?
Yep. Okay, that's a 13.
You fail, so you take full 8d6 fireball damage.
Fireball, yep.
Yep.
Where are you dropping the fireball? Oh, you'll be clever enough not to hit you. It's all good.
Yeah, back. Drop the dice. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oof. Plus the extra d8 because it was coming from my thing, which only adds 1. But anyway. Oh, there's a lot of 6s in there. 12. Sorry, brain. 18. 22. 26. 28. 34 fire damage.
Okay.
As this fireball just erupts.
As you hit it with this fireball, you see this massive ball of flame come up, and as that flame starts to dissipate, you look back at the guard bot, and it's still scanning. It's looking significantly more damage than what it was before, but it didn't look like it took that much damage from that.
I think it's fire resistant.
It just goes back to scanning. But it's got that same patina to its body that you have on your hand at the moment. So there's a lot of char marks, and you can see like really, really shiny bits on there, and it just goes back to scanning. But what you notice is one of the eyes is now not lit up anymore.
Right.
It's time to take this out, and I'm gonna like charge in at it.
I just looked back towards Marek and was like, sort of indicating like I'm gonna throw something again.
No, wait, he's running.
I'm gonna charge in at it.
Okay, Purdy, you're charging in at it.
Yep.
As you get to here, it all of a sudden just locks onto you.
Yep.
And then takes a shot with its right hand with the gun that had the little discs on the end of it. That is a 15.
Miss.
That's a miss. As it goes to shoot, you just see it go, and just goes right past you, just misses you. All right, and you keep charging.
Would you consider this machine medium?
It's
size?
a medium construct.
Okay, cool. And it's like its main body is quite like off the ground. It's being supported by the 4 legs. Yeah.
Correct, because it's 12 foot tall by the time the legs support it. When it was first sitting there in the ground, it was only about 8 foot tall. But then as the legs pushed itself back up and the head increased out of the body, it became about 12 foot tall.
No, I'm going to run up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide in between its legs
Nice.
to the other side, because as a small creature, I can move in the space of a creature larger than me.
That's sick.
Slide through its legs and make a 5 foot gap between us. Tackle with the halberd.
Okay, so as you slide through, give me a. Are you going to attack while you're on the ground?
I'll attack as a slide, and then I'll use my second action once I'm like 10 foot away from it on the other side.
Okay.
Take another stab at it.
All right, give me an attack roll.
So the sliding attack, that is a 27 to hit.
That's a hit. Fuck. That's a hit. Give me some damage.
Big boy.
That is 9 slashing damage.
All right. As you go to hit it, you nick this back corner leg here, and you see it start to tilt back down towards the back, and then you see its body start to rotate towards you. And your second attack?
I'm going to take another stab at it, the pointy end of my halberd. And that is a nat 20.
Nice.
So that's a double damage die, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's... Oh, good. It automatically rolls nat 20s on D&D Beyond. That's sick. So that is a 19 slashing damage.
All right. As you've swung and then you've dropped it down, it spun around, it lifts its rifles up towards you. As you see them light up, you shove your end of your hellboard right through its other eye, and then it just starts going, error, and then all of a sudden you just hear a,
Run away, Pergo! It's gonna blow up.
No,
It's gonna blow!
I run as far as I can in the opposite direction.
and a massive 20-foot wide circle
Jesus.
engulfs around it, and it looks like a fireball went off.
Fuck.
Cool, I'm away from that.
Big boy.
And then it is not there anymore.
I just like slow clap, like Predator. Like that was impressive, man. That's the best I've seen you do that thing.
That was amazing!
What?
What?
I think Octopus Boy was impressed.
Yes! What happens when I smile? It's like...
When you smile, the tentacles just start moving like they're happy.
Yes! Shall we continue?
So we
You
got
guys don't understand me.
more
What?
sticks here. Do we want to go through these vines, or do we want to keep going forward?
I think maybe we keep going forward.
All right.
You guys lead the way.
Do.
All
Alright,
right.
I'm gonna keep
Yep.
moving forward.
All right, we'll it's very, very shortly. Okay, so as you guys move forward, as you start to, where the fruit did my mouse go? There it is. Okay,
I'm going about having an extra wide screen.
bloody oath, man. All right, as you guys start to walk in, you notice a foul smell. It's very musty. It's very damp. As you start walking, you start, instead of having nice soft grass, you start hearing more like a
Oh, it's a swamp.
as you guys are walking in. As you notice, you see another beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. But you see this another lawn bot, and it's just trying to cut these reeds that are all in front of you. So these ones here, and you just see it trying, and it's just getting stuck, and you just see the wheels just.
I'm gonna walk over to it and say some things in Dwarfish and splash some water on the reeds and see what happens.
Okay, as you say very similar words to what you were saying to the vines, and you splash your water, nothing happens.
Okay, cool. And I just continue past it.
I'm gonna have a look at the lawn bot.
Continue past. All right, no dramas. Marek, you're gonna have a look at the lawn
Fly
bot.
boy, your words didn't work this time.
I wasn't. Sorry. So what do you mean?
That's all
What'd you
could
say?
God, you don't fucking understand me. You're just in like a huff and just like, ugh.
Humph.
All right, Marek, you're gonna have a look at the
The lawn bot.
So the lawn bot's
Yeah.
here currently, so just stuck in there. You notice it's just a glass and metallic object, dark glass, almost like an obsidian, very shiny. This one here is quite dirty and muddy, and you can see it's just bogged. It can't go forward, it can't go backwards. The wheels are just spinning underneath, and you just hear beep 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 bop 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 bop.
I'm gonna pick it up and that meme of that dude who's like, "Hello, fellow like young youth or whatever." I'm like, "Hello, fellow robot."
as you pick it up and you sort of spin the front end of it towards you, it just looks at you and it starts blinking lights.
I like blink my eyes back at it.
Beep, beep, beep. And it just starts spinning its wheels forward and starts to spin its wheels backwards as if it's trying to get off.
Oh, not on me, you gross. It's weird. I'm gonna see if I can like open it up, or is there like an opening or something like that?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. I am inquisitive and tinkering in nature.
Yep.
18.
18. You do notice that there is... you do notice that there doesn't seem to be any openings on the bot itself. It's very smooth, flush. Even by tipping it upside down, the only opening you can see is where the wheel comes out. But then other than that, there's no seams, there's no nothing. It's just... It's almost like it's a solid object, but with wheels at the bottom of it.
I put it back down onto the grass and I set it down.
As you put it back down over where you are, it sits there, it goes forward, it goes back, it turns to the left. It goes forward, goes back, turns to the left. Does this for a full 360 rotation, and then you see it just going back this way, and it heads straight back towards where it was trying to cut before, and then gets stuck again.
Damn it. I'm going to attempt to start cutting some of the reeds away with my hand axe.
Give me a attack roll.
6.
6. As you're swinging your hand axe, it doesn't seem like it's the right tool for this, and it just hits. As you do that, you do hear a low growl coming from.
Fuck. I step back
the
very
middle
quickly.
over here. As you step back, you hear a. As
I look at Damaris. Was that you?
I step back as you step back. No, it wasn't me.
As this thing just starts rising out of the reeds, and it just starts looking at you, and it's things are just flopping around. It's massive maw open with razor bladed teeth.
The lunch lady arms.
And then it just looks at you.
It's an angry Karen.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Sweet.
Shit.
So,
God damn it.
My tentacles just like, the fuck is that?
Pretty much. So, thank you
These
guys.
motherfuckers.
Thank you for tuning in for tonight's part 2 of Peak of Despair.
Part 5.
Guess
So.
we're gonna have a part 3.
Please tune in next week, and hopefully we will be seeing a conclusion, or it could be very
Probably
close. But
Even
please
though we
tune
were
in next week from 7:30, once again on Tuesday, and we will see if this one manages to kill them.
I'm hoping this one also has small children we can adopt.
Yeah.
More children, the better. But yeah, so thank you guys for checking us out. Anyone who's just joined, thank you very much. We do appreciate the follow, the likes, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. It just helps us. The more people we get watching us, the better the things we can do for you guys. So if you would like to check out any of our past videos, please go to our YouTube. Check out Dungeons Dragons Doggos on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook. I believe we even have Twitter. I don't run that because I don't like Twitter. But we have that
boo.
run. So
Boomer.
that's run by HP the Great. I refuse to go on Twitter. Sorry.
It's
But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Please check out our sponsors, support the people that help support us, and we thank you all for coming in tonight. Catch you
See
next
ya.
week.
Bye.
So yeah.
can't.